Have you got a ping, pang, ding going on with your car or truck? Then take it to A-Plus Automotive in Shelby. A-Plus Automotive does all types of automotive repairs, from tune-ups to oil changes and complete diagnostic work. And they are a North Carolina inspection station with over 30 years of experience. See A-Plus Automotive in Shelby. They also do AC and heater repair. Get her running today with a stop at A-Plus Automotive, 1900 Elizabeth Avenue in Shelby. See Charlie Heston today or call 704-482-0441 for A-Plus Automotive in Shelby. Pregame Insurance Services in Shelby is now All Care Insurance Services, and they invite you to see their newly remodeled office and talk with them about your insurance needs. If that's too far away from you, they have an All Care Insurance location in both Gastonia and Belmont areas. All Care Insurance has strived to be the best by providing quality insurance coverage with great commitment to customer service. Whether you do coverage for your home, auto, business, life, or something more, their experienced agents are there to help you. Visit one of their convenient locations, 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, 4515 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia, and 7005 Suite E Wilkinson Boulevard in Belmont. That's All Care Insurance Services. For over 45 years, the Barnett family has been serving delicious food to Shelby and Cleveland County residents, from hamburgers to hot dogs, pork chop sandwiches, fried chicken and fish, plus those famous potato wedges and plenty of vegetables. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's Barnett's Restaurant. Open 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Located at 501 North Post Road, Highway 180 North in Shelby. For orders to go, call 704-482-3746 for Barnett's Restaurant.
Do you need a little more color in your spring, like the color of green? Then head to Basic Finance in Shelby. At Basic Finance in Shelby, the sky's the limit for the new spring loan. Basic Finance is behind you with the money you need. For more information, call 704-481-0111. But better yet, drop by soon. Basic Finance, located at 308 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right across from Shelby High School. Remember, golf on Saturday, church on Sunday. That's Basic Finance in Shelby.
Need to earn some extra cash? We have the answer. See Beata Home Healthcare and join their growing team of healthcare professionals. They have full and part-time positions with immediate opportunities in Lincoln, Gaston, and Cleveland counties. Ask about the new pay rates, and a special sign-on bonus is available. $250 for CNAs and $100 for HHAs. Just call 704-669-4000 or visit the website at beata.com. Beata Home Healthcare. We love what we do. The American Standard Set the Standard Spring Sales Event is back at Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby. Now through May 15th, get an instant rebate from $100 to $1,000 on American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment, or get 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Come in for all the details. Don't miss the Set the Standard Sales Event going on now at Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby. American Standard, built to a higher standard. Ride today at Blanton Cars in Shelby, the new car alternative. Come on in today and ride today. Down payments start as low as $500. Coming in for all the details. And check out the huge selection of late model cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. Shop online at BlantonCars.com. Ride today at Blanton Cars in Shelby, the new car alternative. Visit the locations today, 325 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and at 1711 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Blanton Cars in Shelby. Hi, I'm Calvin Hastings for Renato Auto Mall Smart Service. What smart service, you say? Smart service is, to put it simple, speed, quality, and competitive pricing. Renato Auto Mall has brought back many of the old-time quality procedures and added some more. You get fast service oil changes, plus tire rotation, plus lube, and then they'll clean your glass and give your car a wash, all while you wait. Now that's smart service, speed, quality, and competitive pricing at Renato Auto Mall, where you get service at a high level of efficiency and speed. Located at 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall.
Welcome to a Renato Auto Mall presentation of high school baseball here. It's the first round of the state playoffs. The Crest Chargers hosting county rival Burns Bulldogs. As we said, first round of the state 3A playoffs. I'm Rob Roop along with my good friend Tim Foster here tonight. And Tim, it should be a great game between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Rob. Great to have you along tonight on 1390 AM, 101.5 FM for our radio audience, and of course, online KTCBroadcasting.com YouTube channel. You're right, Rob. County rivals meeting in round one. The 24-0 Crest Chargers, the 2 seed in the 3A West, defending back-to-back 3A Western champions, taking on the Burns Bulldogs, 14-10 on the season, and a team that finished, Rob, 7-7 in conference play, 31 seed overall in the West. Two teams, Rob, kind of been going in different directions. The Bulldogs struggled down the stretch. We know the Chargers coming off that state title appearance a year ago, losing to New Hanover, an unbeaten season. But as we mentioned, Rob, county rivals, a win or go home scenario. We're looking forward to a good one here tonight.
You're listening to the Bill Shuford Heating and Air Stadium pregame show, and Tim, you make a great point. One thing I said to Trey Albright after the last game, we were talking about possible matchups. I said if the Burns Bulldogs get in, they're a dangerous team for whatever team they're playing. And tonight, that's the Crest Chargers. Should be an outstanding matchup, as we said. These two teams have played a lot of close games. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get into a little more of this game, maybe look at some other brackets, let you know our player to watch. A lot of things still happen here. You're listening to Crest Charger Baseball, Burns Bulldogs Baseball, right here on WOHS.
Is your car's windshield cracking you up? Well, you may need to see the windshield doctor. That's Carolina Auto Glass, located at 408 South Post Road in Shelby. Carolina Auto Glass goes the distance to ensure your safety and satisfaction. And they will handle all of your insurance claims too. Plus, free on-site estimates are available, and they do work on sunroofs. Just call 704-480-1885 for Carolina Auto Glass, 408 South Post Road in Shelby. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. That's Carolina Auto Glass of Shelby. It's Truck Month at Carter Chevrolet in Shelby. Come in now and see the all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab LT All-Star. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, or take over $9,000 in total value when you finance with GMC Finance. And be sure to check out the full line of pre-owned vehicles. Carter Chevrolet is Cleveland County's pre-owned vehicle headquarters. Yes, you'll feel smarter when you buy from Carter. Carter Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. It's the Spring into Savings Sale at Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. Hurry in now for huge savings. Right now, you can lease the 2019 Ford Escape SE for only $249 a month. Lease the 2019 Ford F-150 XLT, $309 a month. And the 2019 Ford Focus SE, $189 a month. Come on in for all the details and make plans now for the Classic Ford Lincoln Car Show, Saturday, May the 11th at Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right on the Classic Corner.
Former club members Denzel Washington and Jennifer Lopez for the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future.
You can change a child's future. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
You can open doors for children to have great futures at the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland County. Visit us at 412 West Sumter Street or at greatfutures.org.
Hi, I'm Diane Ledbetter with RE/MAX Foothills Living, and it's possible I helped you buy or sell your home in the last 34 years. We are located at 2015 East Marion Street in Shelby near the Cleveland Mall. We are here to help you with all of your real estate needs. Call me or one of my agents. We are ready to assist you with buying or selling your next home. You can reach us at 704-481-7523 or www.foothillslivingnc.com.
You'll feel better with a stop at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville, Falston Pharmacy in Falston, and Allen Drug in Stanley. Come in now and ask for your locally produced elderberry syrup. It's available for both adults and children, and all three stores carry the popular CBD oil, and flu shots are still available. Caring for you and about you. That's Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville, Allen Drug Store, Main Street in downtown Stanley, and the Falston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Falston. Smiles are the specialty at Family Dentistry in Shelby. Dr. Stroud, Wilson, Thompson, and McCurry invite you in for all of your dental needs, from preventive care to cosmetic dentistry, from crowns and bridges to root canals and implants. For your appointment, call 704-482-3281 or visit the website at shelbydentist.net. Yes, smiles are the specialty at Family Dentistry in Shelby, located at 416 West Warren Street in Shelby. Kids love them. Hey, and you will too.
Welcome back to the Bill Schieffer Heating and Air Stadium pregame show, getting ready for Crest and Burns here, first round of the state playoffs. And Tim, you know it's a big night whenever they bring Coach Milne into the press box and we get his dulcet tones on the PA system.
Yes, they bring him in, I think, just for the playoffs.
Just for.
I haven't seen him this year in the regular season.
Yeah,
and they bring us in as well.
Oh, that's right, that's right. So I'm excited to be here. Just the fact that I get to hear Coach Milne name out these players.
This is the Bill Schieffer Heating and Air Stadium pregame show. 24-0 Crest and the 14-10 Burns Bulldogs County rivals meeting in round one. And Rob, the winner takes on either Western Guilford, who's hosting West Ram. That game will be scheduled in round two for Friday night. And we're talking about the Bulldogs, and not a lot of people thought or really knew if they would get in. They snuck in at the lower part of the seating. A lot of people may be asking, you know, and I've had a few folks ask, well, how does a 24-0 Crest team, Rob, get a 2 seed? But believe it or not, in the final max prep rankings, and that's what the North Carolina High School Athletic Association uses for their rankings, believe it or not, Rob, Crest actually finished 5th in the state, the number 2 team in the West. Ultimately, Rob, you've got to beat all the good teams to get there, but very interesting, and that's kind of how the seeding process was set up this year.
I tell you, Tim, I still think if Crest and Carson play in the West Championship, I think it's an absolute travesty that Carson gets the home field advantage. And I believe that from now on. Crest undefeated in a good. The Big South is a good baseball conference. That's a good baseball conference. See a team like North Gaston. So you've got matchups. You've got comparable things that have happened between these two teams. Carson lost a conference game. They lost a regular season game. Crest has not done either one. And so I think Crest absolutely has a claim to that 1 seed. And like I said, if Crest and Carson play in the West Championship, I do not think it's right that Carson has the home field advantage, without a doubt, in that championship. But if you're Crest, I think you can play with a big chip on your shoulder and go out and take care of business.
A lot of baseball will be played, too, between now and then as well in these playoffs. And, Rob, this is the 4th meeting of the year between these two squads. Of course, the big story for me, and I think a big key for Burns tonight, they've only scored 3 runs in their 3 meetings. Crest won here 2-1. They played in the Easter tournament. Crest won 8-1, and then up in Lawndale a couple of weeks ago, Chargers won 15-1. Certainly a lot of keys, but that will be a big one for the Bulldogs tonight.
But I think it's one thing, Tim, with these teams, you start looking at their history. We've seen Crest and Burns play some great games over the history of this rivalry. And tonight, I think it's no different. If you're Burns, you have nothing to lose against this Crest team. Crest still sitting here undefeated. They're the higher seed. I think you're going to see a Bulldog team come out and just leave it all on the field.
Yeah, a couple of other teams, Rob, and we'll talk more about this. This is a Big South Conference matchup in round 1 of the state playoffs. Another one tonight over in Dallas, North Gaston hosting Kings Mountain tonight in a round 1 matchup.
Yeah, and it's a shame, Tim, because I think all 4 of these Big South teams could win first-round games. And I think it's a shame that tonight 2 of those teams will be eliminated out of the Big South. But, you know, again, you play who's in front of you, and you try to get there. That North Gaston team is very dangerous, Tim, I think, as we get down the line. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll look at our Bradley Financial Group player to watch, look at the starting lineups. You're listening to Crest Charger, Burns Bulldog Baseball on the Boss.
The foot doctors of choice for many in this area are Doctors Jeff Mooney and Ron Maskarnik at Foothills Podiatry. In fact, people come to Foothills Podiatry from miles around for gentle but state-of-the-art foot care. Our staff truly cares about your needs. You can expect top-notch medical and surgical care from a staff dedicated to quality service. Whether a repeat patient or a new one, come see us soon at Foothills Podiatry, 707 North Morgan Street in Shelby.
Foothills Podiatry is proud to welcome Dr. Gretchen Lawrence to their practice. With CF Moto, you have the power to conquer more. From rocky creek beds to colossal mud pits to wooded mountainsides, CF Moto high-performance vehicles rip through the toughest terrain with ease. Outfitted with custom-designed, liquid-cooled 4-stroke engines and an unmatched assortment of standard features, the CF Moto ATVs and Side-X sides do more than crush trailheads. CF Moto, available now at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Get your insurance quote today from Gaylord Brawley Nationwide Insurance Agency in Shelby. They've been serving individuals, families, and businesses in Cleveland County for over 24 years, offering auto, home, business, or life insurance. They strive to exceed their customers' expectations. Expect the best, and you get the best with Gaylord Brawley Nationwide Insurance Agency, 1235 Falston Road, Highway 18 North in Shelby. Call 704-484-2680 today.
Here's a trivia question for you. What insect in the whole world is responsible for 1 million human deaths a year worldwide? Believe it or not, it's the mosquito. That's right, the tiny mosquito. Be ready this year for the mosquito invasion with a call to H&H Termite and Pest Control of Shelby. And what about termites? Did you know they do more damage to homes than fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, and floods combined? It might be time to make that call right now. H&H Termite and Pest Control. Call 704-482-2847. 704-482-2847. Make that call today.
Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center. 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. The easiest way home is with Homestar Financial Corporation in Shelby. Homestar Financial Corporation is a full-service mortgage lender with in-house processing, underwriting, closing, and funding of each mortgage transaction. Homestar Financial Corporation offers outstanding customer service, exceptional community relationships, and a high level of customer satisfaction. They strive to meet the needs and wants of their customers. Call Bob Webb today at 704-482-2588. Homestar Financial Mortgage, 824 South DeKalb Street in Shelby. Online at homestarfc.com. MLO NMLS number 118218. HFC NMLS number 70864. An equal housing lender. Not all customers will qualify. 100 years of anything means a lot. And at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, you'll find over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. So they must be doing something right. If you're in the market for a new bike, trike, or four-wheeler or ATV, see the folks you can depend on for sales, service, and parts. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, with over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Why service your vehicle at Renato Honda in Shelby? Well, the answer is simple. Their Honda Masters certified technicians aim to make your life easier with pickup and delivery up to 25 miles. Service loaners are available, plus Saturday hours to fit your busy schedule. The Renato Honda team provides premium upkeep for both your vehicle and you, with Wi-Fi, snacks and coffee, and a clean showroom to browse around. Enjoy getting your vehicle serviced at Renato Honda. Best service, best prices, best selection, one location. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall.
Welcome back to the Bill Shuford Heating Air Stadium pregame show. So we're getting closer to the first pitch of the Crest Chargers and the Burns Bulldogs here at Crest High School. Getting ready to have the national anthem here at the stadium. And right quick team before the national anthem, let's take a look at our Bradley Financial Group players to watch for both teams. And I think we're going, Tim, with both starting pitchers.
Yeah, for the Burns Bulldogs tonight, we're going to go with starting pitcher Zach Wilson. And for the Crest Chargers tonight, their player to watch, no doubt about it, starting pitcher C.J. Mayhew, who's had just an all-state caliber year for both these squads. And Rob, let's quickly look at our starting lineups. First for the Burns Bulldogs, 14-10, Zach Wilson will, as we mentioned, starting pitcher. Batting second, Colson Miller, first base. Batting third, and in right field, Avery Bridges. Batting fourth, center fielder Dylan Beaver. Batting fifth and playing catcher Cade Hull for the Bulldogs. Batting sixth and at third base, Brack Bivens. DHing tonight for the Burns Bulldogs, Joseph Webb. DHing, for the left fielder, Jeb Bridges. Second baseman and batting eighth for the Bulldogs tonight, Hagan Jones. And at the shortstop position, Keywan Pryor, of course, in that ninth position. Here's Rob with the Crest Chargers starting lineup.
Thank you very much, Tim. This Crest lineup is one we've been seeing pretty regular this year. Leading off playing second base will be Michael Green. Batting second, number 9 at right field will be Lawson Harrell. Batting third, your starting pitcher tonight, C.J. Mayhew. In the fourth spot will be the third baseman, Riley Cheek. Batting fifth at first base, Trevor Nanny. Batting sixth at shortstop will be Ben Hodge. Batting seventh will be Jackson Ledbetter in left field. Your DH tonight is Nate Blanton. He's in the lineup for your catcher, Colby Humphreys. And batting ninth is the center fielder number 12, Jack Millen.
This is, of course, the Bill Shuford Heating and Air Stadium pregame show. This is a Ronaldo Auto Mall title sponsorship. Great to have you along, especially our radio audience who may have just joined in, 101.5 FM, 1390 AM. And when we come back from our final break in our pregame show, first pitch, Crest and Burns, round 1, 3A West playoffs, right here on KTC. And we're back right after this.
It's time to get your heating and air conditioning system cleaned and serviced before the hot summer weather gets here. Call Hopper Heated and Air Conditioning in Shelby at 704-482-8207. Get your system checked for just $65. And now through June 21st, get up to $1,700 cash back on the Lennox Signature Series. Call now or go online at hopperhvac.com. That's Hopper Heated and Air Conditioning, 231 Kings Road Extension in Shelby. Call and schedule your appointment today. For the best pizza in town, it's got to be Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory in Shelby. Located at 1011 Grove Street in Shelby, off Highway 74 Bypass East. It's fun for the entire family at Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory. Call or stop by and let Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory take care of your takeout and catering needs. You'll find specialty pizzas, including liver mush pizza and bacon cheeseburger pizza, Philly cheesesteak, subs and wings, and delivery is available for all catering orders. And they offer discount rates for schools and churches. Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory, 1011 Grove Street, off Highway 74 East in Shelby, right behind KFC. Open 7 days a week.
From Shelby, turn off Highway 74 at Highway 226, up Highway 226 to the caution light at Zion Church Road. There on the corner is Kibo's. Been there for over 20 years. Kibo's, where you'll find Hunt Brothers Pizza, snacks, candy, chips, also soft drinks, hand-dipped and packaged ice cream, bread, tobacco products, and much more. Yes, that's Kibo's. And don't forget to fill that vehicle up with gasoline at Kibo's, 226 North at the caution light in Shelby.
Bases loaded with nobody out is a problem for a pitcher, and not having your taxes done properly is a problem for you. And that's where we call on Kimberly Spicer, CPA in Shelby. Just like the closer on a baseball team, you can count on Kimberly Spicer, CPA. She can assist you along with small businesses with your tax preparation, with years of valuable experience as an IRS registered tax preparer. Kimberly Spicer, CPA, 214 North Morgan Street in Shelby. Call 704-482-4358. In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your insurance agent know your name? Or would you call the 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Visit Maxwell Hamrick Insurance Agency with offices in Bowling Springs, Spindale, and Shelby. Visit the website at mbhamrickins.com.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Attention Kmart Pharmacy customers. You are welcome at Medical Arts Pharmacy on Grover Street in Shelby and Professional Pharmacy on East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Bring your prescription transfers to your hometown locally owned pharmacies. All you need is your prescription bottle for your transfer. So if you've been a Kmart Pharmacy customer, you are invited to transfer your prescriptions over to Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street in Shelby, and Professional Pharmacy, 139 East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Your locally owned and operated hometown pharmacies. Springtime is savings time at the official Nissan of Shelby in Cleveland County. At Nissan of Shelby, you get the real deal.
Real deal.
There's no use to drive out of town when you can get the real deal at the official Nissan of Shelby in Cleveland County. Shop at home and save on your new Nissan and get up to $6,000 above Kelly Blue Book on your trade-in. You're virtually approved with your full-time job. Shop at home, shop and save with the real deal.
Real deal.
From the official Nissan of Shelby in Cleveland County, Highway 74 Bypass 180 South intersection in Shelby. Online at nissanofshelby.com.
Welcome back to the Bill Shuford Heating and Air Stadium pregame show. Fixing to wrap that up. We see the Chargers going through their final warm-ups out there. C.J. Mayhew out there doing a little mound work, getting ready for this first round matchup here between the Crest Tide Chargers, the Burns Bulldogs, a big-time county matchup. The fourth meeting this year, Tim, between these two squads. And let's be honest, it's hard to beat a team 4 times in 1 year, and that's what faced the Chargers here. And the Burns Bulldogs trying to pull the upset.
Yeah, I think a little bit, Rob, about their first meeting here at Crest of the year was just a 2-1 game. That was a close ball game, and the Bulldogs are hoping to certainly see a similar type outcome tonight. And Rob, we talked about how the Bulldogs were struggling late in the year, but this is a new season tonight. It's a one-and-done scenario, but they've got a tough challenge with C.J. Mayhew. What a senior year this young man has had. Of course, you were here with Trey Albright Friday night in that Big South Conference championship game where he drove in all 3 runs, including that home run to the go-ahead home run. But he's just been phenomenal on the mound. And, Rob, one thing he's done all year long is get ahead of batters, and he's awfully good when he does.
You know, I believe every game he's pitched this year, double-figure strikeouts, and like you said, Tim, the best way to do that is to work ahead on hitters, and he's done that. I think I heard it said, you know, last year watching CJ, he was a thrower when it came to the baseball. He could throw hard and come in and close out games for this Crest team. But this year you're seeing C.J. Mayhew, the pitcher, and really does a good job of working the counts. You see him get guys off balance with his off-speed stuff.
Yeah.
He's able to finish off with his fastball. He's just had a great year. But as you said, that last game against North Gaston, drives in all 3 runs, can get it done with the bat as well. You talk about the leader of this team and how Crest goes, so goes C.J. Mayhew.
And, Rob, when you think of the expectations for these Chargers, we mentioned it, 2 years ago, losing to Northern Guilford in a Game 3 in the 3A state title series. Last year they got beat 2-0 by New Hanover, a New Hanover squad who is the 1 seed, by the way, but defending state champions in the East. As a matter of fact, Rob, the top 5 seeds as we go back to the West, of course, so we mentioned Carson's the 1 seed. Crest is the 2 seed. The 3 seed is Alexander Central, a team that Crest beat in the playoffs last year. The 4th seed is the Cougars of Asheville, about an hour west, of course. And then the 5th seed is the defending state champions from 2 years ago, Northern Guilford. So, Rob, there's a lot of talent, a lot of experience, and a lot of great teams, really, when you just look at that top 5 or 6 in the West.
Yeah, you start looking at the balance of power in this state. I tell you, Tim, you mentioned those top 5, and then I start drifting down and looking at teams that can be dangerous that are lower seeded, and you're talking about that North Gaston team. I think it's a very dangerous squad. What about that T.C. Roberson team that's already beat that New Hanover squad we talked about?
Yeah.
So a lot of great teams out there. You're going to have to bring it every night. It's going to be really interesting to see how these playoffs shake off. I think the 3A playoffs are going to be ridiculously fun this year.
Well, they were still doing some work on the mound, Rob, and CJ getting his final warm-ups. And, again, great to have you along tonight. Crest and Burns, county rivals, meeting in round 1 of the 3A West playoffs. The winner takes on either Western Guilford or West Rowan, a game scheduled for round 2 Friday night. And Rob, we talked about one thing in baseball. We know how one pitcher could really change the dynamics. Defensively, one thing that where the Bulldogs have struggled, we mentioned the last game against Crest, 3 errors in that ball game. They've got to be defensively sound here tonight.
And that's one thing, Tim, with this Crest team. When you've made those mistakes this year, they capitalize.
Yeah.
When you're giving them an extra out, there's a good chance that they're going to go out there and earn a run or two. So you've got to take your outs when you can get them. With Tennessee Crest try to get some mound done. Maybe the mound a little too wet. I think it's been a little stay dry down on the mound to help CJ out a little bit. So we're getting ready here for the first pitch. Continue to get the mound worked on. Umpire going out to check on things. So we're not far away from finding out what we're going to have here. Do want to remind you that the softball playoffs are going on as well here at Crest High School. The girls soccer team has a big match tonight as well with state playoffs. It's that time of year, Tim, when you get into the spring, a lot of state title opportunities out there for teams.
Yeah, you get down to that final month of the school year. You start having those soccer playoffs, as you mentioned, of course, state baseball playoffs, and as well as the softball playoffs that are so big for all schools around the state.
I'm sure a lot of people listening, wondering about your dad, Tim. We mentioned last week he wasn't able to be with us, a little under the weather, but not with us tonight for a good reason, as he's over at the Cleveland County FCA Sports Hall of Fame banquet, an honor he got awarded with last year, him and Dan Greer, but he's over there talking about Crest connections. Former head football coach Mike Stewart getting inducted this year.
Yeah, what a great class it is in 2019. You mentioned Coach Mike Stewart. What about Derek Chambers, one of the greats to play at Burns High, one of the early guys, Rob, that played as a freshman.
Yes.
And won a state title in '94 as a freshman. for the Bulldogs. And then you think about Jackie Houston, one of the greatest tennis players, went 81-0 all time at Kings Mountain. And then the great Billy Sanders, late Billy, and you talking about what a legend he is in this county. So what a year it is for this year's class as well.
If you want to see me out and about, I've got a great Billy Standard story about me and him having a conversation about a white Duke hat one time.
You told me about that a few years ago.
So we got a chance to have that. Let's get ready for the first pitch here now. Zach Wilson leading off for the Bulldogs. Also he's going to be followed by Colson Miller and Avery Bridges in the 3-hole out there defensively for Crest. It's Humphreys behind the plate. Danny at first, Green at second, Hodge at short, Cash at third, and in the outfield, right field's Harold Millen in center and Ledbetter in left.
And we talked about can the Bulldogs have scored only 3 runs in their 3 games, 3 losses this year to the Chargers. Let's see if they can get those bats going here early tonight.
First pitch, 7-10, is driven out to center field. Out there making the catch is Jack Millen for 1 out.
Wilson aggressive. Rob went right after it, but straight to center for out 1.
One thing we saw with North Gaston last time out against this Crest team, they come up very aggressive at the plate, a lot of first pitch swings, and we'll see if Burns goes the same way.
You know, saw that game a couple of weeks ago in Lawndale, and they were, taking a few. I wonder, as you mentioned, maybe we'll be a little more aggressive tonight at the plate.
Colson Miller, the big first baseman for the Bulldogs, up at the plate. Ball inside. 1-0 the count. No score here, just underway. Crest and Burns, first round of the state 3A playoffs. Mayhew with the pitch. Call high. 2-0 the count.
Of course, Chargers a year ago were the 1 seed in the West, and I believe 2 years ago the 7 seed when they made their way to that state championship series in 2017.
Fouled off back behind us here in the press box. 2-1 now.
Good crowd here at the Halliburton Baseball Complex here at Crest High. No surprise, these Cleveland County rivals meeting in round 1 of the 3A West playoffs here tonight.
Here's the pitch from Mayhew. There's a grounder right by the shortstop for a base hit. That's a Foster Pharmacy base hit for the Bulldogs.
Miller, the first runner of the game, he's on. A good piece of hitting. And he's on with 1 out here in the top half of the first.
That's going to bring Avery Bridges to the plate.
Next up, number 20, Avery Bridges.
And the Bulldogs runner on, an opportunity to try to get an early lead here, Rob. Let's see if they can continue what Miller had started with the base hit.
Mayhew with the toss over to first to Nanny. Just courtesy throw over there, keeping Miller where he needs to be. Again, Avery Bridges at the plate. He's followed by Dylan Beaver, then Cade Hoyle. 1 out here in the first inning. No score. Mayhew with the pitch. Fouled off behind the plate. 0-1 the count.
Coach Alex Leinhardt, the Burns team, that first month of the year really started out well. Played some great baseball for Coach Leinhardt in this Bulldog program.
I believe it climbed up as high as top 20, top 15 rankings-wise. Here's a pitch from Mayhew outside. Throw down by Humphreys back to first. Sliding in safely is Miller.
Tried to catch Miller there napping a little bit.
Still 0-1 the count. 1 out. No score. Mayhew with the pitch. Nice pitch strike there for Mayhew.
Beautiful pitch.
What's it count? It is 3-1?
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Out number 2.
Great pitch, and one thing we have seen CJ do all year, a lot of strikeouts. I believe, Rob, he comes in averaging over 10 strikeouts a ball game in this 2019 campaign.
So now the Bulldogs are going to need some 2-out damage. That's going to bring Dylan Beaver to the plate. It's Colson Miller over at first. 2 outs here, top of the first inning. Beaver steps out for a minute trying to find a good foothold there as well. Mayhew looks in, gets the sign from Humphreys. Pitch high, ball 1. That's one thing we talked about, Tim. Mayhew wanting to work ahead in the count and has struggled a little bit with that here in this first inning.
Yeah, this first inning, he has not done that quite as much, even though he does have 2 outs now.
The pitch outside, 2-0 now the count.
But you're right, we've already in the first 4 batters seen a couple of 2-0, 2-1 counts, and that's certainly what the Bulldogs would love to see here tonight.
Keep it close and see what happens late if you're the Bulldogs, I think. Maybe with the pitch. A little high and outside. Ball 3. 3-0 now the count.
So he's trying to get that corner that time and again and just a little bit outside. So
yeah, Beaver showing good patience at the plate right now. Definitely can look for something here. Mayhew with the fastball. It's in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count. Again, Miller at first. Dylan Beaver at the plate for the Bulldogs. Cade Hoyle is on deck. But 2 outs here in the first inning. There's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2, runs the count full now, 3-2. Your Beaver here definitely got to protect that plate.
yeah, you really do.
Of course, a nice bright sunshine here at the park. Good night for baseball. There's the pitch, and it's a call on the inside corner, strike 3 for out 3. So that's going to take us to the bottom of the first inning on your Professional Pharmacy Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. We're tied at 0. Crest coming to bat.
They've done it. Weston Sales in Vail is North America's #1 Coyote dealer. Now listen up. I didn't just say #1 in North Carolina. I didn't say just #1 in the United States. I said #1 Coyote dealer in North America. Come to Weston Sales in Vail and find out why. It's time for you to get ahead of the pack and get a new Coyote from Weston Sales in Vail. Ask about their 6-year unlimited hour warranty and a free loader with qualifying tractors. Weston Sales, 110 North Highway 18 in Vail, #1 in North America. Springtime is savings time at the official Nissan of Shelby in Cleveland County. At Nissan of Shelby, you get the real deal.
Real deal.
There's no use to drive out of town when you can get the real deal at the official Nissan of Shelby in Cleveland County. Shop at home and save on your new Nissan and get up to $6,000 above Kelly Blue Book on your trade-in. You're virtually approved with your full-time job. Shop at home, shop and save with the real deal.
Real deal.
From the official Nissan of Shelby in Cleveland County, Highway 74 bypass 180 South intersection in Shelby. Online at nissanofshelby.com. Pregame Insurance Services in Shelby is now All Care Insurance Services, and they invite you to see their newly remodeled office and talk with them about your insurance needs. If that's too far away from you, they have an All Care Insurance location in both Gastonia and Belmont areas. All Care Insurance has strived to be the best by providing quality insurance coverage with great commitment to customer service. Whether you do coverage for your home, auto, business, life, or something more, their experienced agents are there to help you. Visit one of their convenient locations, 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, 4515 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia, and 7005 Suite E Wilkinson Boulevard in Belmont. That's All Care Insurance Services.
Welcome back to Crest High School. As it's the Bulldogs and the Chargers. We got no score here on the Professional Pharmacy Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Michael Green up at the plate for the Chargers, followed by Lawson Harrell, CJ Mayhew. Defensively for the Bulldogs is Hoyle behind the plate. Miller at first, Jones at second, Pryor at short, Bivens at third, and in the outfield. Right field is Bridges, Beaver in center, and Bridges in left. Wilson on the mound here for the Bulldogs.
I tell you, Michael Green, a guy that's been getting on base really, Rob, especially the last 10 or 12 games, and with his speed, always dangerous, seems to really score a lot of runs. He's certainly done that this year for Crest.
Yeah, certainly a table setter for this Crest team. And he swings it to first pitch. It's heading out to right field. The right fielder's over, tracking it, and makes the catch for out 1 here in the first inning.
Hit it hard. Nice play, though, out there in right field for Bridges, and gets the first down.
That's going to bring Lawson Harrell to the plate, the Campbell University signee. He's had a great year at the plate for Crest.
No doubt about that, and a veteran of this baseball program.
See Michael Green come out aggressive early at the plate. Let's see if Harrell, the same thing here. Harrell with a check swing, foul, 0-1 the count. Harrell, a right-hander, a senior for this Crest baseball team.
Burns last played, Rob, last week in the opening round of the Big South Conference Tournament, lost to Forest View.
Yeah, I think a Forest View team that actually Burns had beaten twice in the regular season. Pitch fouled off, strike 2. 0-2 the count for Harrell. Wilson doing a good job of keeping it up in the zone on him there. Harrell now going to have to protect the plate now with 2 strikes. No score here, bottom of the first inning, Crest and Burns. Sits up outside, it is outside. Ball 1-2 now the count for Harrell. Burns does have 1 Foston Pharmacy base hit. Got that back in the top half of this inning. There's a pitch, and it actually hit him at the top of the head, hit him in the helmet. I think he tried to throw a little bit of a change up, but it just never changed.
No, it never did. And you, if you're Bridges, excuse me, Rob, I should say if you're Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson.
You'd hate to see that on a 1-2 pitch because you certainly pitched him well so far. And he just lost that one trying to get that inside corner. But that could be a big pitch early in this ballgame. Had a chance to get 2 quick outs.
I tell you, Tim, we talk about if you give this Crest team extra outs, they've been able to capitalize. Let's see if they can do it here. That's going to bring C.J. Mayhew to the plate now. Runner on first, Lawson Harrell. 1 out here in the inning.
Mayhew certainly has had a hot bat of late.
Toss back over to first base. Harrell slides in safely. Let's take a look at Hoyle. Looks like he's wanting to set up on the outside part of the plate. Going to try to keep the ball away from Mayhew here. No wind to speak of here at the park tonight. Pitch from Wilson. Calls strike 1. 0-1 the count. Burns in the black and white jerseys and pants, pinstripes tonight.
Yes.
Dressed in their camouflage jersey and white pants. 0-1 the count on Mayhew. Throw back over to first. Harrell slides in safely.
Rob, you talked about a pleasant night. Really not much of a breeze, though, and there was even early in the day a slight chance of some showers in the forecast, but I think that's very slight.
Yeah, looks like they've held off. So, again, a great night for baseball here at Crest High School. There's the pitch from Wilson. Way out in front was Mayhew. That's a swinging strike. 0-2 now the count.
And, again, we've seen Wilson ahead of the first couple of Charger batters he's seen in this bottom of the first.
He was able to get 2 strikes on Harrell. Now doing the same thing with Mayhew. Was able to get Green swinging on the first pitch. Fouled off down third base line. Still 0-2 the count. No score here at Crest High School. Burns and Crest. First round of the 3A state playoffs. I'm Rob Roop along with Tim Foster here at the ballpark tonight. Appreciate you tuning in and checking out some baseball with us. Wilson gets the sign, checks the runner. Harrell's taking off. That ball's up and inside, and he didn't even attempt to throw. I think where Hoyle got the ball, just could not make a throw there to get Harrell out at second. So stolen base there for the Chargers.
Yeah, and that's going to get Harrell in scoring position with 1 out, the 1-2 count, as you mentioned, and opportunity here. Can the Chargers, as they've done a lot this season, jump on their opponents with an early lead?
Wilson looks back again, checks the runner. Ball in the dirt. 2-2 now the count.
Talked about how good this West is, Rob. Another example, what about Marvin Ridge, a 10 seed? That's a team that's got 21 wins.
Yes.
It's a 10 seed, and a team, they're in this Chargers side of the bracket, or Bulldogs, who knows?
That's exactly right.
On this side of the bracket, that's going to be a team to watch.
Fouled off, protected there by Mayhew, able to foul it off, keeping the count at 2-2.
Of course, a team that the Chargers beat in the Western Regional Finals 2 years ago, remember, in 2 games. That was a great series.
Yeah, great baseball played in that part of the state for sure.
Harrell in scoring position with 1 out.
Here's the pitch. There's the pitch. It's in the gap. It's going to get between center and left. Coming around the score will be Harrell. Mayhew looking to second base. Going to get in there safely. Looks like for the double. Putting the Chargers ahead on the scoreboard. That's a Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. 1-0 now. Crest leads the Burns Bulldogs thanks to that Foston Pharmacy base hit from C.J. Mayhew.
Yeah, hit it right in that gap between left and center. And, Rob, you talked about it. You had a 1-2 count on Harrell. got hit, and you mentioned they've made teams pay, and even with a 1-2 count there, hung that up a little bit. Mayhew took advantage of it, and that's one of the reasons this team's undefeated. They certainly make you pay for it, and they've got the early 1-0 lead.
Colby Bridges going in as a courtesy runner for the starting pitcher, C.J. Mayhew now, and that's going to bring Riley Cash to the plate. Still only one out here in the inning. Crest leads this game 1-0 on the Professional Pharmacy Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Wilson with the pitch. A little bit of a sidearm delivery. Call strike one. 0-1 the count on Cash.
Cash, another young man who's played in a lot of big games, a lot of big playoff games in his career. And he will certainly be key for them to make another run.
Cash drives it over to third base. Third baseman knocks it down, picks it up, throws it over, and the ball gets away from the first baseman. He's going to be safe there. That's going to put Chargers on the corners now at first and third. Still only one out.
I tell you, Rob, Bivens bobbled it and then threw it to first and kind of offline a little bit, was not able to really get it where he wanted it, so it really threw the timing off. And we talked about the mental mistakes he errors in that last matchup, and that's a big one there, runners on the corners.
Yeah, they're on the Bulldogs defense. That's going to bring Trevor Nanny to the plate. Again, runners first and third for the Chargers, only one out. It's Cash over at first. Colby Bridges running at third for C.J. Mayhew.
I tell you, a guy that hadn't been taught maybe as much as some other guys, but Trevor Nanny's had a great year.
I tell you what, game we did against Kings Mountain, he hit one out of that park that was just a blast. Yeah. Ball outside. Cash takes off from first base, and he's going to stroll in safely. No throw from the catcher there with the runner at third.
Chargers certainly love to run when they're on the bases, and they've got two in scoring position. And again, Rob, a chance to, with a hit here, could really take control in this bottom of the first.
Wilson, a deliberate worker on the mound for the Bulldogs. There's the pitch outside. 2-0 the count. Again, runners second and third. One out for the Chargers here. Bottom of the first inning. They lead the Bulldogs 1-0 on the Professional Pharmacy Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Wilson with the look in. Hole sets up on the outside part of the plate. A little bit of a change, and it just stays up there. Now 3-0 the count.
And Wilson, this at bat, I should say against Nanny, really struggling. Everything a little bit high.
You got to wonder, Tim. You start seeing those things going on behind you. You kind of gets into your psyche as a pitcher out there. He's got to settle back down for the Bulldogs. Nanny taking the whole way, and it's outside for ball four. Loading the bases now for Ben Hodge.
So bases loaded, and we mentioned you think about the last two matchups as Hodge comes to the plate. Crest had that big inning against the Bulldogs. It really opened it up, and this is one of those games, Rob, with your season on the line. I think it's a smart move. An infield discussion right now. Bulldogs have got to find a way to get out of this without a little bit more damage being done.
Yeah, I think right now you're looking at a situation, if you're the coach of the Bulldogs, just getting your guys out there and say, look, we need to settle down. We did well at the plate in our half of the inning. We just need to get some outs. They had a chance to be out of this inning, as you said, Tim, and right now it's just not happening for Burns.
Well, think about you got Green out, Rob, on the pop fly to right, and then you just think about the 1-2 hit by pitch was Harold. Mayhew, of course, had the double, and then you had the Cash that you could have had after the second. Had on the air, the walk, and all of a sudden, against one of the top teams in the state, you've got the bases loaded and big batter coming to the plate in Ben Hodge.
Yeah, Ben Hodge now at the plate, the right-handed batter. Chargers lead this game 1-0 over the Bulldogs here. Bottom of the first inning. Bases full of Chargers right now, so Hodge with an opportunity here, less than one out, to get that runner in from third.
And how do you approach this, Rob, if you're Wilson right now? Obviously, you can't afford to walk him.
I think
do you try to hit you had a little success earlier getting the corners. It's going to be interesting to see how they approach.
He's got to keep the ball down. The thing, if you're Hodge at the plate now, you got the infield's in for Burns, so a lot of opportunities to put the ball out there and play. But I think if you're Wilson, keep the ball down in the zone. Keeps it a little too low there, taking it to 1-0.
And that is 5 consecutive balls thrown by Zach Wilson, the Bulldogs starting pitcher here tonight.
So Hodge at the plate. Crest leads 1-0. Wilson with the delivery. Ball outside, 2-0. Again, the base is full of Chargers right now, so nowhere to put him. So if you're Hodge, I think now you're putting a lot of pressure back on the starting pitcher Wilson for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, big pitch here on this 2-0.
Yeah, 33-0 count. Really dangerous if you're Wilson. Want to try to throw your best pitch right here. There's a swing by Hodge. He pops it up.
Let's see if he's going to
The center
tag.
fielder is looking, makes the catch. The tag at third from Colby Bridges. He's coming in, and he slides in safely, gets by the tag put on there by Hull. Advancing to third base is Riley Cash.
And they're going to have a discussion on this, Rob. Coach Lionhardt, he felt like, well, he's going out. I wonder if he's thinking that he got tagged. I tell you, Rob, he swiped at him, and I just don't know that he got him. Everything happened fast. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I think the umpire was in a good spot to make the call.
The throw was there.
Yeah, it was definitely a nice throw from the outfield there. Bridges able to get in safely, it looks like. But again, we do have a discussion. Yeah, the throw by Beaver on line to Hull, but as he tried to make that swipe tag, I think Bridges just able to get underneath the tag. Looks like there's going to be a conversation. The umpires are going to talk about it. Tim, I always find this humorous, though. Only two umpires out there. I'm not exactly sure how that second base umpire can be in position to make the call when he's the one taking care of the base pass.
Yeah, and was that, they're going to call him say, was that Cash that scored on that, Rob?
Well, it was Colby Bridges was running for Mayhew.
That's right, Mayhew, excuse me.
Yeah, Riley Cash now at third base.
Colby was the pinch, and so he went in. And so, Rob, as you mentioned, the second base confers with the home plate umpire, and they agree he was safe. Just don't think he got him. He reached for him, and I think if it would have been thrown a little closer to the plate, he definitely could have been out there.
Yeah, it was a good throw by Beaver from center field for sure, but a good job there by Hodge to get that runner in from third base. That's going to bring Jackson Ledbetter to the plate. Left-hander steps in.
So now 2-0 Crest lead over Burns on our professional pharmacy, medical arts pharmacy scoreboard. 2 outs and runners first and third.
Wilson getting some signs from his dugout right there, it looks like, too.
And if you're the Bulldogs, Rob, can't allow another run here in this inning.
Got to limit the damage here now. Get this third out. Get your bats back up there against Mayhew. Again, Wilson, a slow worker on the mound, very deliberate with his pace. Comes in with the first pitch low. 1-0 the count on Ledbetter. Of course, remember Jackson Ledbetter's brother Ben played a lot of great baseball here at Crest High School.
He really did. Had a great career. A lot of big hits in his career.
He's got a couple younger brothers, I believe, playing at the middle school. There's a call strike, able to catch the zone, bottom half of the zone. 1-1 now the count on Ledbetter. 2 outs here. Bottom of the first inning, Crest leads 2-0. Both teams with Falston Pharmacy base hit. Burns does have one big error on the board.
And it's been a big one in this bottom of the first.
Wilson with the pitch. That's a little bit of that changeup. Just does not catch the inside corner, taking the count to 2-1 now. Again, the first round of the 3A state playoffs here. The 2-seed Crest Chargers taking on the 31st seed Burns Bulldogs. County matchup here tonight, a Big South matchup. Wilson with the pitch. Ledbetter swings. First baseman Coast Miller is able to take it, makes the play at first for out number 3. But the Chargers are able to get across the board. They now lead this game 2-0 on the Professional Pharmacy Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. We'll be back.
The American Standard Set the Standard Spring Sales Event is back at Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby. Now through May 15th, get an instant rebate from $100 to $1,000 on American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Or get 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Come in for all the details. Don't miss the Set the Standard Sales Event going on now at Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby. American Standard, built to a higher standard. Ride today at Blanton Cars in Shelby, the new car alternative. Come on in today and ride today. Down payments start as low as $500. Coming in for all the details. And check out the huge selection of late model cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. Shop online at BlantonCars.com. Ride today at Blanton Cars in Shelby, the new car alternative. Visit the locations today, 325 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and at 1711 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Blanton Cars in Shelby.
Former club members Denzel Washington and Jennifer Lopez for the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future.
You can change a child's future. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
You can open doors for children to have great futures at the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland County. Visit us at 412 West Sumter Street or at greatfutures.org.
Welcome back to Crest High School. Burns and Crest. Top of the second inning, due up for the Bulldogs will be Cade Hoyle. He'll be followed by Brock Bivens and Joseph Webb. Again, Crest leads this game 2-0 on the Professional Pharmacy and Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Great to have you along tonight. If you're listening by way of radio, 1390 AM, 101.5 FM, or by way of the KTC Broadcasting.com YouTube channel tonight.
Mayhew with the pitch, swung on and missed, fouled that back into the glove, 0-1 the count. So Burns come out really aggressive first, the top half of the first. Mayhew with a miss outside, taking the count 1-1 now. Hole at the plate for the Bulldogs.
Mayhew unbeaten on the season for the Chargers. Starting pitcher here tonight.
Swung on and missed, strike 2. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, we're getting ready to bomb. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah.
Mayhew with the pitch, fouled off down to the right side. Back towards the trailers here at Crest High School, some of the auxiliary classrooms. Count still 1-2. Mayhew with the pitch, swung and missed there by Cade Hoyle for strike 3. That's going to bring up Brock Bivens to the plate.
And I believe that's the third strikeout for C.J. Mayhew so far in this game. Beautiful pitch to get the opening out, first out I should say, of this top half of the second.
Yeah, the left-hander Bivens now up at the plate. One out here, top of the second inning. Call high, 1-0 the count.
Bivens, the Burns Jr. And that next pitch in there, Rob, swing and a miss. So quickly, 0-2 to Bivens.
1-1. First one was a high ball.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
1-1 count. Still catching up a little bit, Rob. Tonight, 1-1, excuse me.
Pitch from Mayhew. Called, strike 2, able to catch the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Again, Bivens here at the plate. Webb on deck for the Bulldogs. One out here. Top of the second inning. Crest leads 2-0. First round of the state 3A playoffs. Pitch from Mayhew outside. 2-2 the count.
My little mistake there, but a guy who did a great job. It didn't make hardly any, if any. It was our color commentator, Trey Albright, on Friday night. Great job by you and Trey on Friday for that conference championship game.
Slid it right in, did some work for sure. Tried to check his swing, and he was able to. The ball was outside. This was now 3-2 the count on Bivens.
Let's see if Bivens can get on, Rob, and get a Bulldog on here in the top of the second.
Yeah, get somebody out there, see if you can get something to work with. Mayhew with the pitch, and it's outside. He is able to draw the walk. So runner on first now for the Bulldogs. It's going to bring to the plate Joseph Webb. One out here in the top of the second inning.
So Bivens draws the walk, and second Bulldog batter to get on base in this game. And let's see as Webb comes to the plate if he can move him over with the Chargers leading 2-0.
Yeah, Webb looking down third base line, getting the signs from his coach. Getting ready to step into the box. That's Bivens over at first. One out here. Top of the second inning. C.J. Mayhew on the mound for the Chargers. And it's the throw over to first base. Sliding back in safely is Bivens. Again, we appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. A lot of action around the county, a lot of teams involved in playoff games here tonight. Mayhew with the pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 1 for Webb.
Nice pitch.
0-1 the count. There's a call. Strike 2 now. 0-2 as Mayhew gets way ahead of the batter. Webb up there at the plate. Again, over at first for the Bulldogs is Bivens. 1 out. Mayhew checks the runner. Comes on with it. High heat strike. Humphreys back down to first. Sliding back in safely was Bivens.
Yeah, he went high for that one and no chance as Mayhew gets his 4th strikeout of the game and 2 out now with Bivens at first.
It's going to bring Hagan Jones to the plate. Now 2 outs in the inning. Burns trying to move this guy around now with 2 outs. A little high and inside, ball 1.
I think, Rob, the only game this year where CJ has even been behind was that Stuart Kramer game where I think he got down as a starting pitcher. Of course, as we mentioned, unbeaten this season for the Chargers as a starter.
Mayhew with the pitch. That one's high. 2-0 the count.
That was a game where the Storm came out aggressive and I believe jumped on the Chargers early, but then Crest took control, and at that point of the game, I think Mayhew ended up, 12, 13 strikeouts in that game.
Yeah, once he settled in and got into the groove. Pitch from Mayhew. Swung on, miss. 2-1 now the count. 2 outs here, top of the 2nd inning. Crest leads 2-0 on the Professional Pharmacy Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Burns does have a runner at first. That's Brack Bivens over there. Mayhew with the pitch, swung on, and he misses that one. Strike 2 now, 2-2 the count. 2's a Wiles on the scoreboard. We're in the 2nd inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Crest has got 2 runs across. So if you're betting the numbers tonight,
yes,
this is your time to go with the number 2. Mayhew with the pitch. Oh, must have missed, barely missed the inside corner.
I think it just missed inside. He wanted it, but good call to make it a full count.
Umpire didn't see it that way. So, yeah, now 3-2. Good job up there by Jones to run the count full. Mayhew with the pitch. Swung on, missed. Strike 3, 4 out 3. So nothing doing for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 2nd inning. The Chargers still lead this game 2-0 on the Professional Pharmacy Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. We'll be back.
I'm Calvin Hastings for Renato Auto Mall Smart Service. What smart service, you say? Smart service is, to put it simple, speed, quality, and competitive pricing. Renato Auto Mall has brought back many of the old-time quality procedures and added some more. You get fast service oil changes, plus tire rotation, plus lube, and then they'll clean your glass and give your car a wash, all while you wait. Now that's smart service, speed, quality, and competitive pricing at Renato Auto Mall, where you get service at a high level of efficiency and speed. Located at 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall. You'll feel better with a stop at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville, Falston Pharmacy in Falston, and Allen Drug in Stanley. Come in now and ask for your locally produced elderberry syrup. It's available for both adults and children, and all 3 stores carry the popular CBD oil, and flu shots are still available. Caring for you and about you. That's Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville, Allen Drug Store, Main Street in downtown Stanley, and the Falston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Falston. It's the Spring into Savings Sale at Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. Hurry in now for huge savings. Right now you can lease the 2019 Ford Escape SE for only $249 a month. Lease the 2019 Ford F-150 XLT $309 a month. And the 2019 Ford Focus SE $189 a month. Come on in for all the details and make plans now for the Classic Ford Lincoln Car Show Saturday, May the 11th at Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right on the Classic corner.
Nate Blanton at the plate for the Chargers. Chargers lead this game 2-0 going to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Wilson still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Ball outside, 1-0 the count. Do have a Professional Pharmacy Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard update. Big thanks to Trey Albright. Into the 3rd inning, North Gaston leads Kings Mountain 5-0 in that game. That's foul off. 0-2 2 now the count, or 1-1 the count.
Excuse me, Rob. Of course, that was two teams that played in the semifinals of the conference tournament. That was a 3-2 game.
Yeah, great game between those two teams.
A North Gaston team, as we mentioned, Rob, a team that's going to be very tough, and I think a team is seated much lower than their talent level.
Absolutely. Pitch for Blanton calls, strike 2.
That's a nice pitch. You got the corner.
Yeah, I like to he brought that across and pulled the string on a little bit there against Blanton. Blanton got to protect the plate now. Wilson wanting to come and get him, try to get that first out. Blanton hits it right back up the middle, and it's through for a base hit, a Foster Pharmacy base hit there for Nate Blanton.
Nice piece of hitting for Nate there, and that's the second Falston Pharmacy hit of the game. And the lead runner on here in the bottom of the second for the Chargers.
Sometimes you just hit it where it come from, Tim, and good things happen.
Nice piece of hitting on that 1-2 pitch.
Jack Millen now at the plate, the 9-hole for the Chargers. See what Coach Hodge has planned here. See if Millen tries to move him over, or if he's going to swing away.
Millen, a young man who's really matured this year for the Chargers.
He's going to be swinging. It's a call, strike 1. 0-1 now the count on Millen. Nate Blanton over at first base. Chargers lead the game 2-0 here, bottom of the second inning.
And Rob, you got to think if you're the Bulldogs, the way that C.J. Mayhew has pitched all year long, you just, especially in the first 2 or 3 innings, can't afford to get behind 4 or 5-0.
That's right. There's a pitch, and he comes inside.
Almost hit him.
And nearly hit him, and actually ended up, I believe, hit the bat, so making it strike 2 now.
Very fortunate that time for Wilson, and unfortunate for Millen, but it's an 0-2 count.
Yeah, if you're definitely here now if you're Wilson. He's wanting to give you that out, so go ahead and try to get it, but very lucky he didn't come in and catch Millen with the baseball there. Wilson with the pitch. Slow hook, it just hangs up on him. Count now 1-2. Again, Nate Blanton over at first base. Michael Green is on deck for the Chargers. Crest leads 2-0 here at the ballpark. Pitch from Wilson. And that's a call, strike 3. Out number 1 there for the Chargers.
Wilson gets a strikeout there on Millen.
Yeah, his Wilson's first strikeout of the game. That's going to bring back the top of the order. Michael Green for the Chargers hit his first one hard, but actually ended up lining out to right field. Green comes out swinging again. The first pitch is hanging up. Center fielder trying to call everybody off, and he got down. But I tell you, Tim, it was one of those situations where Nate Blanton was kind of in no man's land, trying to figure out whether he needed to go or not, and able to make the throw and get the force out at second.
Well, certainly, Rob, you practice that when you're not at second base when that ball's called. So he was in the middle, great throw. K1 Pryor at second and makes pretty easy second out. So 2 down now with 1 on for the Chargers.
Yes, ends up being a fielder's choice there for Michael Green, bringing Lawson Harrell to the plate. Now 2 outs in the inning. Chargers lead the game 2-0. Green's moving. He's going to make the throw down to second. It's not even going to be close, and it actually got away a little bit, but not far enough for Green to advance from second. So in safely is Michael Green at second.
His second stolen base of this round 1 playoff game, and it's in scoring position now with 2 outs.
1-0 the count on Harrell. Again, Wilson looks back, checks the runner, comes to the plate, and gets away from the catcher, and Green's going to advance easily to third base.
We talked about the speed of Michael Green, and he's a runner if you're the Bulldogs that you don't want to see him cross this plate here in the bottom of the second.
Now the count 2-0 to Harrell. See if Harrell can chase him home. But the Chargers do have 2 outs here in the inning. Wilson with the long look in. Brings the pitch. That's ball's high. 3-0 now the count.
Rob, you're talking about the North Gaston squad. If they hold on over Kings Mountain, good chance they'll go to Northern Guilford in round 2, which would be a great game. Could be a 12-5 matchup. But you talk again, that would be one of those games you think you'd see later in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Pitch there. Harrell was taking the whole way. 3-1 the count.
Nice pitch. That's just one of a lot of interesting possible second round matchups.
Absolutely. Wilson comes in. Harrell with the big swing, but not able to make any contact now. 3-2, runs the count full. Still 2 outs, but they run it at third for the Chargers. That's Michael Green. Harrell with the full count. Wilson with the ball outside. He walks Harrell. That's going to bring C.J. Mayhew to the plate.
Harrell's on for the second time tonight. Of course, got hit by a pitch back in the first, and we've already seen what C.J.'s done tonight. It's a big opportunity with runners on the corners.
Yeah, see if he can chase some more guys home. Again, 2 outs here. Bottom of the second inning, now runners at first and third for the Chargers. That's Harrell and Green. Harrell taking off from first. He's going to get in safely. No throw there from the catcher with the runner at third. So now the runner's at second and third. A base hit scores 2, Tim.
Yeah, this would be big. We talked about Mayhew driving all 3 in that North Gaston Conference Championship victory. He's already driven in 1 here tonight. So a big opportunity.
Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt. 1-1 now the count on Mayhew. Sun continues to go down here at the ballpark.
And we said in our pregame how the Chargers have made teams pay all year, Rob, that have walked them and made some mental mistakes.
Swung on a miss there for Mayhew. Wilson here. See if you want something to happen for the Bulldogs. It's going to be a big out. Get out of some trouble here in the second. There's the pitch, but C.J. Mayhew once again gets the job done with the bat. Gets the hit to left field. That's going to bring in 2 for the Chargers. So a 2-run single there for C.J. Mayhew, putting the Chargers ahead now 4-0 on the Professional Pharmacy Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. A big Foster Pharmacy base hit for Mayhew.
And how good has C.J. been, Rob? Just think about it now. 6 RBIs he's driven in the last 2 games, not to mention what he's done on the mound. A 4-0 Crest lead. And, Rob, the Chargers have done this with in both innings with 2 outs and just getting a couple of extra pitches, a couple of extra at-bats. They've made the Bulldogs pay here early tonight.
And again, we talked about it's been the recipe of success for this Crest team, taking advantage of extra outs. Kobe Bridges back in the run for Mayhew there at first base. Riley Cash at the plate for the Chargers. Wilson was a nice pitch, able to catch the inside corner.
Yeah, it was a good one there.
0-1 the count.
Not a bad way to start for Mayhew, Rob. 2 for 2, 3 RBIs.
Yeah, definitely a contender for our SNL Auto Sales Player of the Game, and has nothing to do with what he's doing on the mound, what he's done at the plate so far.
Got a job on a single.
That's popped up. The catcher's going to make chase for it. He's able to make the catch. That's Hoyle behind the plate for out number 3. But the Chargers are able to tack on 2 more as we go to the top of the third inning. It's Crest 4, Burns 0. This is Crest Chargers and Burns Bulldog Baseball on WOHS.
If you're one of the many elderly residents of Cleveland County, the Transportation Administration of Cleveland County and Cleveland County Transit is here for you. Transporting the elderly and disabled residents of Cleveland County with safe, dependable transportation with professional drivers. All vans are ADA compliant with wheelchair lifts. Cleveland County Transit offers a big city-style bus service in a small van with 34 stops in Shelby. For more information, call Cleveland County Transit at 704-482-6465 for more information. For over 100 years, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Fallston has been providing services to families of our community with care and compassion. And now the Stamey Funeral Home has added the Cremation Center along with a new name, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Highway 182 in Fallston, and the Stamey Funeral Home in Cherryville, located on Dixie Street in Cherryville, serving you with care and compassion in your time of need. Buy here, pay here at SNR Auto Sales in Shelby. Susie and Richie Knipe says now's the time to come in and save with down payment starting at $9.99. That's right, only $9.99. Come see the selection: Hondas, Chevrolets, Fords, Nissans, Kia, Lexus, Volkswagen, Dodge, and even a Hummer, plus trucks too. Be another satisfied customer today. Buy here, pay here at SNR Auto Sales. 411 South Post Road in Shelby. Call 704-487-0570 or go online at srautosales.com.
Q1 Pryor up at the plate for the Bulldogs, the Houdini of the football field. I've never seen a guy that could disappear behind an offensive line and appear on the other side like he could this past football season, but here he is in the Bulldog lineup. Mayhew with the pitch, up and inside, ball one.
Tim Foster, Rob Roop, great to have you along tonight as we do go to the top of the third. Crest leading on our professional pharmacy, medical arts pharmacy scoreboard 4-0 over Burns, round one of the 3A state playoffs.
Mayhew with the pitch again, up and inside, 2-0 the count.
And yeah, no doubt about it, Rob. What a year it was on the football field for Pryor. Over 2,000 yards rushing and had that stretch of games, had 7-8 games over 200 yards.
It is incredible. Call strike, 2-1 now the count on Pryor.
And Rob, we were just talking during the break. Chargers hadn't really hit offensively a real hard ball yet, but they're up 4-0, just timely at bats.
Yeah,
that's one reason they're 24-0.
Absolutely. There's a pitch from Mayhew. Call strike. Now 2-2 the count.
And big hits with 2 outs in both innings.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one thing that if you're going to be a successful team, making things happen with 2 outs, you can definitely win a lot of games. Mayhew with the pitch, ground over to Cash at third, throws it over to Nanny at first for the out.
And Cash made a smart play, Rob. Get rid of that ball quick because Pryor can fly down first base.
Yeah, can get down the line for sure. So good play there by the Chargers defense.
So one down for the Chargers. C.J. Mayhew already, I believe, 5 strikeouts in this game.
It's going to bring Zach Wilson to the plate for the Bulldogs. Of course, he's the starting pitcher tonight as well. He was our Bradley Financial Group player to watch for the Bulldogs. Mayhew with the pitch up and inside, ball one. And I tell you, Tim, talking about Wilson, not a bad night so far, as you mentioned, on the mound. I mean, 3 Foster Pharmacy base hits, but really nothing major, and really the defense, again, has let him down a little bit.
Yeah, they have.
Mayhew with the pitch, swung and a miss, strike one.
Of course, Wilson, first pitch of the game, Rob, he hit into center field to start this game tonight. But, yeah, you talked about him on the mound tonight. Has not pitched that poorly.
Mayhew comes in with the change there. Not able to make the zone. Understand another scoreboard update for you. Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy. Top of the third, Westro ran 2, Western Guilford 0 in that game. Winner of that one plays the winner of this one. Right back to Mayhew on the mound, able to make the play. Tosses over to first to Nanny for out number 2.
2 outs here in the third for the Chargers. And, Rob, one thing about Western End was a little bit of the lower seed, but probably the more experienced team going in.
Absolutely.
They were my team. When I looked at that matchup, I really picked them, and I think they'll be either hosting Burns or here at Crest Friday night. But we'll see. You know, that's a great baseball program.
A lot of baseball to be played still in both these games. It's going to bring Colson Miller to the plate for the Bulldogs. Big first baseman. Mayhew with the pitch. High and outside, ball one, 1-0 the count.
And, of course, Rob, the team the Chargers saw in the Western Finals last year, A.C. Reynolds, hosting Watauga. They were 16 seeds that have been quite as strong this year up in the mountains.
Mayhew barely missed the inside corner, maybe a little low, but 1-1 now the count.
That was a great series between the Chargers and the Rockets late May of last year into really over Memorial Day weekend.
Mayhew with the pitch, fouled off there by Colson Miller.
I believe you and Andy had that Game 3 to decide it right here last year.
It was an exciting game.
And again, we've seen Mayhew really, since he got the lead, Rob, he's been ahead of those Burns batters, and that's been trouble here so far tonight.
Mayhew comes to the plate. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, 2-2 now the count on Colson Miller. Nobody on for the Bulldogs. Top of the third inning. Crest leads 4-0 here on the Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Miller, the only Bulldog that's got a base hit off Mayhew so far.
Must have been high, Tim.
Yeah, it was a little bit high.
So runs it full, 3-2.
Yeah, just a little bit high, so full count.
Tell you what, good job by Colson Miller, able to hold off on that one. That's popped up. See some Chargers giving chase. See if it's going to get out of play. And it does.
Yeah.
It barely got to the other side of the fence. Lawson Harrell made an effort to try to get out there and make the play. Just could not get to the baseball.
Yeah, I thought Harrell had a chance at it, but just could not get there. Ran out of room. And so
course, looking here at the crowd tonight, I see the principal of Burns High School, Mickey Moorhead, here in attendance tonight.
Oh, yeah, we expected to see Mickey here tonight, no doubt about it, watching this round one matchup. It's always good to see Mickey.
What's funny is Mickey's sitting on the Burns side over here. His wife, Betty, sitting over here on the Crest side. Lawson Harrell's actually Betty's nephew. There's a call, strike 3 for out number 3. So nothing happens for the Bulldogs there at the top of the third inning. We're heading to the bottom of the third. Crest still leads 4-0 here back in a few.
It's time to get that preseason lawnmower checkup at Shelby Hardware. Come in and let Doug Robbins get your mower ready for spring. Don't wait, or it'll be too late. And check out the line of Echo Power equipment, including blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. Plus Echo Bearcat pressure washers, generators, and wood chippers. Get ready for spring with a stop at Shelby Hardware, 506 South Lafayette Street in Shelby.
S&M Sports Shop is your dealer for Under Armour sports apparel in Cleveland County. Come by and see the selection of Under Armour shirts, shorts, shoes, socks, and sunglasses. S&M is also your team outfitter for all local schools in whatever sport you play. They have leather jackets for all local high schools. Plus, S&M is your headquarters for Oakley sunglasses. For all your athletic needs, go to S&M Sports Shop. They're located at 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby.
At Renato Kia in Shelby, servicing your vehicle is never a hassle. Their team of expert technicians ensure that your vehicle is serviced the right way the first time. Plus, Renato Kia offers pickup and delivery from your home or office up to 25 miles, plus service loaners and appointments on Saturdays. Enjoy their showroom with Wi-Fi, snacks, and coffee. Also, express service. And you can get in and back to your life. Visit Renato Kia today. Best service, best prices, best selection, one location. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall.
Back here at Crest High School, Trevor Nanny at the plate for the Chargers. Count 1-0. Wilson still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Crest leads 4-0 here on the Professional Pharmacy and Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. There's a sharply hit ball to third base called foul. Takes it to 1-1.
Nanny walked his first plate appearance in the first inning for the Chargers. Chargers, of course, put 2 on the board in the first, 2 in the second inning. And again, Rob, we talked about it. Zach Wilson not done a bad job, but some mental mistakes on the infield as that pitch just went through the catcher's glove.
Yeah, got him catcher's glove. Actually caught the top of the mask of the umpire back there.
And a couple of big hits, including a couple of big ones from C.J. Mayhew, have been the difference so far in this game.
2-1 now the count on Nanny. Bottom of the third inning, 4-0 Crest. Call outside, 3-1 now the count. In the first round of the State 3A playoffs, the Crest Chargers and the Burns Bulldogs. Fourth matchup this year between these two teams. Swung on and missed, strike 2, 3-2 now the count, runs it full. On deck for the Chargers looks like it's Ben Hodge and Jackson Ledbetter to follow Trevor Nanny here. Again, a good crowd at the ballpark. Swung on and missed for strike 3, out 1 for Crest.
Good job by Zach Wilson after getting the count up to 3-1 to come back and get the strikeout and one down here in the third.
Yeah, Wilson's second strikeout on the night. It's going to bring Ben Hodge to the plate.
Yeah, that sacrifice RBI, Rob, back in the first, one of the 4 Crest RBIs.
Yeah, big sac fly just to get that run in. Call strike 1, 0-1 the count now on Hodge.
Winner of this one takes on either West Oran or Western Guilford on Friday.
Yeah, West Oran was leading that game thanks to Trey Albright last we heard. Ball in the dirt. Now 1-1 the count on Hodge. Ball outside, gets away from the catcher, takes it to 2-1 now. One out here in the bottom of the third inning.
And again, Rob, if you're Wilson, can't afford these walks.
That's
we
right.
talked about it. We'll see if he comes back here, but a couple of walks that have come back to hurt the Bulldogs here in this ball game.
There's pop-up. Going to get out of play, looks like right here behind us. Going to take it now to 2-2. Hodge, you got to protect that plate up there now with 2 strikes. Again, Ledbetter on deck. 4-0 Crest leads Burns. Slow curve by Wilson, not able to get back into the zone.
Yeah, wasn't happy with that pitch.
Runs at 4 now, 3-2. There's a pitch inside. Hodge with the walk. So that gives Crest a base runner here in the bottom of the third inning. Is going to bring to the plate Jackson Ledbetter.
And is that third, Rob, fourth walk of this ball game?
It is.
Yeah, that's been big in the game. And so Hodge is on at first with Jackson Ledbetter, as Rob mentioned, coming to the plate. Chargers up 4-0 here in the bottom of the third.
Until we've seen Crest be aggressive when they've got guys on.
Yeah.
We'll see if Hodge is in motion here from first. First pitch for Jackson's called outside. Ball 1-0 the count. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Chargers. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Bulldogs here, bottom of the third inning. High and outside, ball 2-0 now the count. That's Ledbetter at the plate. Nate Blanton on deck for the Chargers. Ben Hodge over at first via the walk. There's a swing by Ledbetter. Fouled off down the third base side. Third baseman gives chase, and it's going to get just out of play. Not able to make the play.
Yeah, I thought initially again that it may stay in play, and they certainly would have had a shot at it, but not the case now. 2-1 count.
Yeah, 2-1 now on Ledbetter up there. Yeah, short and third both gave chase. Both those guys going to get back in position now. Great effort by both those guys. Just it did not stay in the park for them. So 2-1 now for Ledbetter. Swung on miss, strike 2. 2-2 now the count. Again, 1 out, runner at first for Crest.
Big pitch here for Zach Wilson. You've got an opportunity, Rob, to get a second out, get out of this inning possibly without any more damage, down 4-0.
Way outside, 3-2 now the count. Of course, Tim, it seems like every inning we've got to that point. We've had a chance now to get out of the inning.
Not been able to do it.
Just not been able to do it for Burns.
Yeah, this was a big story. We mentioned just the walks, timely hitting for the Chargers, and another big pitch here, 3-2 count.
Ledbetter able to hold off on that one. That was awfully close. Tell you what, a lot of patience there, but he's able to get the walk. So now the Chargers with the runners at first and second. Only 1 out here, Nate Blanton coming to the plate for the Chargers.
And we saw Blanton with a hit in his previous plate appearance back in the second inning. That's another thing with this Charger squad in 2019, Rob, that maybe you don't think about as much. A lot of longer at-bats. They've been able to get up, get walks. They've been patient when they've needed to be, get those runners on that we've talked about with great speed. They've been able to steal bases, and a lot of times when those runners have got on, Rob, they've crossed home plate.
And I tell you, Coach Hodge mentioned, I agree with him, Crest plays well at this ballpark.
Yeah.
Their home park. They understand how it plays. And that's why I think it's such a big deal, possibly of not being that one, to have as many games as you can at home, because they do play well here at Crest. Pitch from Wilson. It's inside. 1-0 the count. Wilson really struggling right now, Tim, with that control.
We've talked about that control, the walks. He's already walked.
And really, that's been the big story here is, like I said, Crest has not hit the ball hard. They've just been able to capitalize on some of these walks for sure. There's a pitch low. Now 2-0 the count on Blanton.
6 walks for Wilson in the game. And the Chargers now, as we mentioned, with a 4-0 lead and opportunity to do some more damage. Runners first and second.
Wilson checks on the runner, comes to the plate, fouled back. 2-1 the count on Blanton. Jack Millen on deck for the Chargers. 1 out. They do lead the game here 4-0 on the Professional Pharmacy and Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Winner advances to the 2nd round of the state 3A playoffs.
This is a Crest baseball program, Rob, that's been to the 4th round or farther the last 5 years.
Wow.
We'll talk a little bit more about, I think, how this program, and as we've got a stoppage here, as Nate steps out.
Yeah, Nate overtime.
I think very underrated. You think about, and a lot of it's due to the fact they haven't been able to win that state title, but what they've done the last 5 years has been pretty remarkable to me.
It's been quite the run. Absolutely. Wilson comes to the plate, fouled off for Blanton. Now 2-2 the count.
It was a good pitch. And let's see if Wilson, we talked about, Rob, those struggles he's had. Let's see if he can get that strikeout and maybe get him some confidence and settle down.
Yeah, I've seen several times. He's been able to get the count to that 2-strike count, and he's just not been able to finish off the batter. Let's see what he can do here against Blanton. 1 out in the inning, runners on 2nd and 1st for the Chargers. Wilson with the look in. Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Great
Big
job.
strikeout there for Wilson.
It's a big one for Wilson. 2 down now in the bottom of the 3rd. Runners 1st and 2nd, and as you mentioned, it's going to bring up Jack Millen to the plate.
Yeah, Jack's got to find a way now to try to move him around with 2 outs here.
Chargers have done some 2-out damage, though, so far in this ball game, but pivotal point in this game for the Bulldogs.
Call strike 1, 0-1 the count. Again, runners on 1st and 2nd for Crest, but now 2 outs in the inning. Millen at the plate. Millen puts a charge into it. Left fielder, center fielder both give chase. They get to the fence.
He's caught it.
Made the catch at the fence. Outstanding catch by the center fielder for the Burns Bulldogs. That was Beaver out there. You talk about saving some runs, Tim. What a play. So going to the top of the 4th inning, Crest continues to lead this game 4-0 right here on the Boss.
Do you know what Putnam Distributor sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com. Come see the all-new Professional Pharmacy, now in the new location at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. Come shop their newer and larger pharmacy showroom and use their convenient drive-through window. And as always, you'll receive friendly hometown service. Since 1998, Professional Pharmacy in Bowling Springs has been providing you with efficient and fast service to meet all of your medication needs. Make the all-new Professional Pharmacy your pharmacy, now in the new location at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. And be sure to like them on buy from the originator, not the imitator. Before you buy your next set of tires, check around and compare, and you'll find the best prices are at Okies Tire and Recapping in Shelby, with name brands like Goodyear, Mastercraft, Michelin, Yokohama, Firestone, GT Radio, Dura, and more. Plus, Okies has used tires too, and road service is available. And they'll rotate and balance your tires for the lifetime of your tire. Okies Tire and Recapping, 800 West Warren Street in Shelby, Cleveland County's hometown dealer for over 32 years.
Avery Bridges.
Avery Bridges now at the plate for the Bulldogs. Congratulations to the Crest Lady Chargers softball team. We understand they've already advanced to the 2nd round with an 11-1 victory over Watauga tonight. So congratulations to them. It's Avery Bridges up for Burns, followed by Dylan Beaver, then Cade Hull. See if Burns can put some runs across after that great defensive play by Beaver in center field.
Yeah, great play by Dylan Beaver as we do go to the top half of the 4th. Crest leads at 4-0 on our Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, and Beaver's play, Rob, really saved at least 2 runs, and just tremendous play diving up against the wall to make the 3rd out.
Yeah. Pitch from Mayhew, fouled off. Count now 1-1 on Avery Bridges. Understand, Tim, top of the 4th inning now. West Rowan leads Western Guilford 2-1 in that game.
Of course, the winner of this Crest Burns game will take on the winner of that West Rowan Western Guilford game on Friday in round 2.
Bridges with the swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2 the count.
C.J. Mayhew giving up just one hit so far in the ball game.
6 strikeouts so far. See if he can come here again, working ahead of Bridges. See if he can come back and get him on this pitch. And it's a call, strike 3, 4, out 1. Bridges unsure of it, but the umpire saw it and said, we're going with it.
So 7 strikeouts and 1 down here in the top of the 4th, and that's kind of been the story all season long, Rob. Getting down 2 runs is tough to CJ. 3 runs and 4 runs is a little bit more like 6 or 7 runs. That's why that defensive play was so big for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, 4-0 lead against CJ can be huge for sure. Mayhew with the pitch to Beaver. Beaver first pitch swinging, pops it up. Looks like Hodge is going to camp underneath it. It's short, and he does for out number 2.
So a quick out, easy out for the second one here in the top of the 4th.
That's going to bring to the plate Cade Hoyle.
Of course, Chargers, Rob, had their first ever unbeaten regular season as a baseball program when they went 21-0.
Another update for you. Top of the 5th inning, Carson 2, Central Cabarrus nothing in that game.
That's been a low-scoring game, Rob. Maybe surprised some people so far.
There's the first pitch from Mayhew, high ball 1 to Cade Hoyle, the starting catcher for the Bulldogs. Mayhew looks in. There's a hit. He hits it out to center field. Millen on the run. It drops in front of him. Good job of hitting there by Cade Hoyle. I think Millen got a late jump on that one, Tim.
He really did, and that's the second Falston Pharmacy base hit of the game for the Bulldogs, and holds on with 2 outs, first since back in that first inning.
It's going to bring Brack Bivens to the plate.
The winner of that Carson Central Cabarrus game, Rob, you were mentioning a minute ago, takes on the AC Reynolds Watauga winner in round 2.
I tell you, Tim, you start thinking about a possible Carson AC Reynolds matchup in round 2. I told you the 3A playoffs are going to be absurd how many good baseball teams there are.
There's no doubt about it. Courtesy runner in for the Bulldogs, and that's going to be Austin Mancuso. The senior will be on it first with 2 outs, and the Bulldogs would love to try to cut into this Charger lead.
Yeah, do some 2-out damage here, try to scrape a run across the board for sure. It's going to take Bivens up there at the plate doing some work. Mayhew throws back over to first base. Runner slides back in safely. 4-0 Crest leads the game here, top of the 4th inning. Again, thank you to Trey Albright getting those scores to us out there. We certainly appreciate that. Call, strike 1, 0-1 the count.
Yeah, a lot of games going on around the state tonight in the opening round.
Mayhew with the pitch. Swung on the miss. Strike 2. 0-2 the count on Bivens.
This is not there. You don't want to be against CJ.
Tell you what, had him way out in front on that one. Mayhew to the plate. Ball outside. 1-2. There's a little bit of twilight out there now as the sun continues to set here at the park.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, beautiful evening.
Ball way outside is going to get away from the catcher Humphreys. Runner's going to be able to advance to second base, taking the count 2-2 now. Runner in scoring position, but 2 out here for the Bulldogs.
So Mancuso at second, the courtesy runner, and a base hit could get the first Bulldog run on the board tonight.
That's a call, strike 3 for out number 3. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 4th inning with Crest leading 4-0. We'll be back.
From Shelby, turn off Highway 74 at Highway 226, up Highway 226 to the caution light at Zion Church Road. There on the corner is Kibo's. Been there for over 20 years. Kibo's, where you'll find Hunt Brothers Pizza, snacks, candy, chips, also soft drinks, hand-dipped and packaged ice cream, bread, tobacco products, and much more. Yes, that's Kibo's. And don't forget to fill that vehicle up with gasoline at Kibo's, 226 North at the caution light in Shelby.
Attention Kmart Pharmacy customers. You are welcome at Medical Arts Pharmacy on Grover Street in Shelby and Professional Pharmacy on East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Bring your prescription transfers to your hometown locally owned pharmacies. All you need is your prescription bottle for your transfer. So if you've been a Kmart Pharmacy customer, you are invited to transfer your prescriptions over to Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street in Shelby, and Professional Pharmacy, 139 East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Your locally owned and operated hometown pharmacies.
Michael Green do it for the Chargers here. Bottom of the fourth inning, Crest leads 4-0 over the Burns Bulldogs. It will be Michael Green, followed by Lawson Harrell and C.J. Mayhew, the top of the lineup here for the Chargers.
Great to have you along tonight. If you're listening by way of radio, 101.5 FM, 1390 AM, or online tonight.
There's a call, strike one. 0-1 the count on Green.
Tim Foster, Rob Roop with you in round one of the 3A state playoffs.
Green able to come around and be one of those runs the Chargers have scored. Back in the second inning, ball outside in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. 1-1 now the count.
Yeah, we talked about with Green's speed, Rob. He just he puts a lot of pressure on on that opposing squad's pitcher. He has all season long.
Pitch low, 2-1 the count. Again, it'll be Green, followed by Harrell. Bottom of the fourth inning. Crest leads 4-0 here, first round of the state playoffs. Congratulations to the Crest softball team, already advanced to round two. Ball outside, 3-1 now the count on Green.
Got to be one of their better records to this point of the season in the history of that softball program. Right, what, 25-1 now, I believe?
Mm-hmm. That ball's high, so Michael Green takes the walk, putting the runner on first now with no outs. Lawson Harrell coming to the plate.
And Rob, the big story in this game for me, for Zach Wilson, 7 walks in this game. That's been the big difference in the ball game, no doubt about it.
I believe Wilson, Tim, you said, was 7 walks. I believe Mayhew was 7 strikeouts on the game, so that shows you there the difference we've seen so far.
And we've seen Harold hit by a pitch in the first. He walked in the second.
Throw back over to first, Green in safely.
And a part of the lineup, Rob, that has been moving around the bases here so far tonight. So big part of this game for the Bulldogs. Cannot afford to be down anymore.
Like you said, Tim, now with Green out there at first, Wilson definitely got to think about him. Green's already moving. There's a throw down to second. Hatton was going to center field, but Green's going to be able to, doesn't get far enough away. Green stays there at second.
Yeah, we just talked about with his speed, the pressure he puts on. He's already in scoring position.
Yeah, Hull has to come out there so quick with the ball, Tim. It just sails on him because he's got to get it down there so quick with Green running.
Yeah. And doesn't take a genius to see Rob. He's the leadoff man for these Chargers. Just does a lot of wonderful things for you.
So now the opportunity for Harold to get that RBI, and now no outs here. Bottom of the fourth inning. Running out second. 1-0 the count. There's Harold. He grips and rips it. And Tim Foster putting that one on the board for a Lawson Harrell home run.
It was a bullet right over center. It was gone. As Rob, you just heard, broadcasted as soon as he hit it. 6-0 lead. The fourth Boston Pharmacy base hit, hit, Rob, but more importantly, the homer that has opened this one up. And we talked about this part of the lineup. 6-0 lead, 2-run shot, and the Chargers in control here in the bottom of the fourth.
I tell you what, Tim, that was one of those no-doubters. As soon as he put the bat on the ball, you could see where that was going to land out there across almost dead center field to the left side of the flagpole. putting the Chargers ahead now 6-0 on the Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. That was a huge Foston Pharmacy base hit.
And we talk about Harold Robb already on base 3 times with the 2-run shot.
C.J. Mayhew now at the plate for Crest. Check swing. Able to hold up 1-0 the count.
Mayhew a RBI double in the first. 2 RBI double, I should say, in the first, and RBI in the second, and pretty good game so far, 2 for 2 in this ball game with the Chargers, as we mentioned, now leading 6-0.
That ball's in the dirt. 2-0 now the count. No outs here. Bottom of the 4th inning. Crest leads 6-0. 6 runs, 4 Foston Pharmacy base hits for Crest. No runs, 2 Foston Pharmacy base hits for the Bulldogs, and 1 error. Mayhew puts the ball in play. Pryor with the play at short, makes the throw to first, 4 out 1.
Nice play by Kewan Pryor to get the first out of the bottom of the 4th and get CJ out for the first time tonight.
It's going to bring Riley Cash to the plate for Crest.
Riley Cash.
Cash was able to get on base way back in the 1st inning.
Remember, he got on that error and ended up hurting the Bulldogs in the 1st.
Wilson still on the mound for Burns. There's a call ball outside. 1-0 the count. Of course, all of our Braves fans out there tuning in. Of course, the Braves are out on the West Coast right now. Started with the Dodgers last night, a 5-2 defeat. There's a hit by Cash right by the 3rd baseman for the Foston Pharmacy base hit.
That's the 5th of the game for the Chargers, and Cash is on with 1 out in the 4th.
Yeah, it's going to bring Trevor Nanny to the plate. The big right-hander, first baseman. Of course, also pitches for this Crest team. Looks like Hoyle's going to go out and check on his pitcher Wilson, have a little discussion. Give the umpire a chance to clear off the plate.
Yeah, and good time for Wilson to try to get a little more composed, Rob.
Yeah,
it's been a tough inning so far.
Yeah, take a little break, walk around. Like we said, back to the top of that lineup. Knew it could be a lot of trouble the way Crest has played this year. Wilson with the pitch. Nanny's able to hold off, low into the dirt, ball 1. And Crest with the runner at first. That's Riley Cash over there. 1 out here, bottom of the 4th inning. Crest leads 6-0 on the Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Must have been high. Good job there by Nanny to hold up on that one. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, it seems like Robin Wilson has struggled tonight. Pitch has been a little bit high at times. It's really got him in trouble.
Yeah, kept the ball up. Got some movement going from first. That's Cash, and he's going to slide in safely. Hoyle just could not get the ball out of his glove to make the throw, so another stolen base for the Chargers.
And we've talked about it all year long. One thing about this team, Rob, they are going to try to steal bases.
Yeah, they're going to be moving.
They're going to put that pressure on you, and another stolen base here tonight.
RBI opportunity now out there for Nanny. 1 out, 3-0 count. Call strike, 3-1. Bottom of the 4th inning. Crest continues to lead 6-0. Nanny fouls it off back here behind us in the press box. Going to run the count full now, 3-2. 1 out here, bottom of the 4th inning.
Fouls it off again on that 3-2 pitch. Good battle going on here between Zach Wilson, Trevor Nanny.
Absolutely.
Full count.
There's the pitch, and it hits Nanny, so he's going to trot down to first base.
So Nanny at first, Raleigh Cash at second, and the Chargers already with a two-run shot in this inning by Lawson Harrell. They have they extended to a 6-0 lead, and looking to add a little bit more now.
Yeah, Ben Hodge now at the plate.
We've seen a couple batters hit tonight for the Chargers. We mentioned the walks that have gotten Zach Wilson in trouble for the Bulldogs.
And there's a bunt.
Great bunt.
It's a nice one to see if they can make the play at first. And they make the play there, but they are able to advance the runners to second and third. Great bunt there by Ben Hodge.
Great bunt, great play by Wilson to just get Hodge. And as you mentioned, the runners advance.
I can't decide, Tim, what's more fun now, the ball game or me watching Milne trying to figure out how to fix this scoreboard.
Well, you hear a laugh in the background. That's going to happen from time to time. I don't think it's right, but good thing you're keeping score.
That's right. That's why we got to keep the scorebook over here just to be on the safe side.
You know, announcers always do a little bit better job with numbers and stats.
Jackson Ledbetter to plate now for the Chargers. Runners second and third, but 2 outs now in the inning. Swing and a miss, strike one for Ledbetter. 0-1 to count. Not a ball put in play yet. We get an error called on the scoreboard. That was interesting. There's a call strike.
I tell you, Rob, your scorebook is going to be very confusing.
Yes, it is.
Let's see if Wilson can get out of this inning.
Yeah, it's going to be a big opportunity again. We talk about limiting the damage.
Yes.
Wilson with the look in. There's the pitch, swung on and missed. Strike three for out number 3. That's going to take us down to the top of the 5th inning now. Crest leads the game 6-0 here on the Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center. 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday.
The Train Comfort Specialist. He's so reliable that buses set their schedules to him. Once, he was the best man for a guy he didn't even know. He's never used a snooze button. The unstoppable Train Comfort Specialist. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Your train dealer is Forest City Heated and Air at 457 South Broadway Street in Forest City. Call 828-245-1379. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. Smiles are the specialty at Family Dentistry in Shelby. Dr. Stroud, Wilson, Thompson, and McCurry invite you in for all of your dental needs, from preventive care to cosmetic dentistry, from crowns and bridges to root canals and implants. For your appointment, call 704-482-3281 or visit the website at shelbydentist.net. Yes, smiles are the specialty at Family Dentistry in Shelby. Located at 416 West Warren Street in Shelby. Kids love them. Hey, and you will too.
Heading to the top of the 5th inning. It's now Crest 6, Burns 0 on the Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. So it looks like we got a pinch hitter here, I believe.
Yeah, well, we saw Mancuso be a courtesy runner earlier, Rob, but now he will get his first at bat of the game, as Rob mentioned. 6-0 Crest lead as we head to the top of the 5th. Great to have you along tonight. Tim Foster, Rob Root, and big hello to our radio listening audience tonight on 1390 AM, 101.5 FM, and also, of course, online. And for the Bulldogs, Rob, they've gone and started getting some runs across the plate.
Now it's just a matter of trying to find a way to cut into this lead. Mancuso at the plate for the Bulldogs. Ball outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count.
But as we've seen a good bit of the year, starting pitcher tonight for the Chargers, C.J. Mayhew, just giving up 2 hits. No runs so far in the game.
Pitch from Mayhew comes in. That's called strike. 1-1 now the count. You had Tim, I tell you, a 6-run lead with the way Mayhew pitched this year. It's going to be a tough sled for the Bulldogs, but you know they're going to keep fighting. Call strike 2. 1-2 now the count on Mancuso up there at the plate.
You get that feeling, Rob. We're getting to that portion of the game with this kind of lead that CJ really relaxed right now. Want to try to close this one out.
Ball high. 2-2 now the count. Mancuso up there. He'll be followed by Jones and then Kewan Pryor. So it's 7 strikeouts on the night so far for Mayhew.
And that was a little bit high, Rob, so full count. Yeah, so Mancuso's got it back to a 3-2 count.
Yeah, now 3-2. We do have a final. Carson defeated Central Cabarrus 2-0 in that game. So the 1 seed advances. There's a liner out to Mayhew, able to make the catch as he comes off the mound for out number 1.
Made it look easy to get the first out. And that Carson squad, Rob, I believe now they're 24-2. They've been a team. If you look at their numbers, they don't give up a lot of runs this year. If you look at and no surprise, top 5 or 6 teams in the state, Rob, have been really good defensively. A lot of great pitchers around the state this year.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's where, we've not seen a whole lot of big-time offensive teams, but, man, there is some great pitching around the state. It's going to bring Jones to the plate for the Bulldogs. 1 out here, top of the 5th inning. Mayhew with the pitch. Call strike. 0-1 the count.
Only Bulldogs hits. Colson Miller had a hit in the first inning, and then it was Cade Hull who a base hit in the 4th for the Bulldogs.
Pitch from Mayhew. He tries to hold up, and he does. Little check swing. So 1-1 the count. They appeal down to first base. First base umpire says no, he did not go.
This Crest squad, Rob, the only unbeaten team in 3A last week. And this first round of the playoffs.
Pitch from Mayhew outside there. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. I tell you, Tim, that's one thing that you notice with CJ too, that high leg kick he has. He uses so much lower body when he throws the ball. I mean, he could just pitch for days and days and days, it seems like, because he's able to use so much of his lower body with that high leg kick.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Ball outside now, full count, 3-2.
One thing I've been really impressed with compared to, say, 2 years ago, Rob, his control is just so much better. And we've seen, obviously, with the maturity that he has had as a pitcher.
He comes and get him there for the swinging strike for out 2. 8th strikeout on the night.
As Rob mentioned, 2 down for the Bulldogs here in the top half of the 5th.
Yeah, it's going to bring Kewan Pryor to the plate.
Pryor grounded to third, his first at bat here tonight.
Mayhew with the pitch. Pryor shows bunt, pulls it back. Called a ball, 1-0 the count.
Speaking of Pryor and that Burns football team, Rob, we know what a player he is. What about the season opener at Kings Mountain for Burns? That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that's incredible. A county
Kick
game
off the year
to get things started. Should be a great game. Pryor once again shows the bunt. Umpire calls a ball. He pulls it back. 2-0 the count. See Riley Cash charging hard from his third base spot.
Yeah.
See if they keep that on now. He shows the bunt. Mayhew outside again. Now 3-0 the count. 2 outs here. Top of the 5th inning. Crest leads 6-0 over the Burns Bulldogs. First round of the state 3A playoffs. Rob Rupp along with Tim Foster. Glad you're tuned in with us tonight. Pitch from Mayhew. Nothing doing from Pryor. Takes the walk, 4 straight. Heads down to first base. That's going to bring the top of the lineup now, Zach Wilson.
And the Bulldogs like to have, certainly like to see the speed, I should say, of Kewan Pryor first. And let's see if the Bulldogs can take advantage of that walk.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Pryor try to take a little bit advantage of that speed here.
Yep.
I think Wilson's going to have to be patient at the plate. Let Pryor get out there and run around some.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think we'll got to start being a little aggressive here, and only the third base runner of the ball game.
That's popped up. We see Cash over in the foul territory, makes the catch for out number 3. So as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, Crest still leads 6-0 here on the Boss.
Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay 0 money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, 0 money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. 100 years of anything means a lot. And at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, you'll find over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. So they must be doing something right. If you're in the market for a new bike, trike, or four-wheeler or ATV, see the folks you can depend on for sales, service, and parts. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, with over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. For the best pizza in town, it's got to be Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory in Shelby, located at 1011 Grove Street in Shelby, off Highway 74 Bypass East. It's fun for the entire family at Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory. Call or stop by and let Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory take care of your takeout and catering needs. You'll find specialty pizzas, including liver mush pizza and bacon cheeseburger pizza, Philly cheesesteak, subs and wings, and delivery is available for all catering orders. And they offer discount rates for schools and churches. Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory, 1011 Grove Street, off Highway 74 East in Shelby, right behind KFC. Open 7 days a week.
Yeah, it looks like that's number 10 on the mound, it looks like. So we have a Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory call to the bullpen.
And Rob, that is Patrick Spangler, the junior, will be the second pitcher of the night for the Bulldogs as we start the bottom half of the 5th inning.
It's going to bring Nate Blanton to the plate. First pitch called outside, 1-0.
Pitching for the Bulldogs, number 10. Patrick Spangler.
Spangler, Rob, is the 6'5" junior.
Another pitch outside, 2-0 now the count on Nate Blanton. Of course, Jack Millen on deck. Michael Green in the hole. Ball high, 3-0 the count on Blanton.
Seen Blanton with had a base hit, his first at bat here tonight.
And that's way outside, high and outside. So ball 4. Blanton takes the walk down to first base. Going to bring to the plate Jack Millen.
Next up, Jack Millen.
Millen, the center fielder for the Chargers.
And again, Rob, we talked about, we mentioned several times, I believe, 8 walks combined now between both Bulldog pitchers here tonight.
Yeah, just had to keep those base runners away from Crest, and Burns was not able to do it here tonight. There's a call low and inside, ball 1 for Spangler. Again, the winner of this game advances to the second round of the state playoffs. Call high, 2-0. Spangler's come in yet to throw a strike in this game. See if he can come right back here to get Millen to find that first strike. Pitch low and outside, 3-0 the count. If you're Jack here, you put that ball in a box and you don't swing it unless it's inside that box.
Yeah, I think Spangler thought that one, Rob, caught the corner, but he's in, again, yet to throw a strike.
There's the first one called strike. 3-1 now the count on Millen. Yeah, that's one thing, Tim. You've thrown that many straight. You've got to show the umpire you know where the strike zone is before he's going to give you the benefit of the doubt. There's a hit down the right field line, but it's going to drop foul. Now 3-2 the count. Able to run it full. Again, base runner on first for the Chargers. That's Nate Blanton. No outs here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Crest leads 6-0. 5 Falston Pharmacy base hits on the night for the Chargers. 2 Falston Pharmacy base hits for the Bulldogs.
Chargers came in tonight 24-0 on the season. The Bulldogs 14-10.
There's the pitch, and it's called, I guess, high. So he's going to take a walk. It's Millen. That's going to put runners now on first and second with no outs. Back to the top of the lineup we go. That's Michael Green.
And Burns coaching staff, Rob, not happy with that one, and they're expressing their displeasure.
Yeah,
the home plate umpires.
Yeah, the umpire walked over and kind of pointed out there to Burns' coaching staff and said, well, he doesn't care for what's being said. There's going to be a visit to the mound here.
Yeah, that was a close pitch on that 3-2. That was a tough one, Rob, especially when you're down 6-0, and now
we're going to get to have a conversation with
Coach Leinhardt is having a discussion with the home plate umpire, and he's not too happy. You got to be careful here. Having an argument about balls and strikes. That was a close pitch, Rob. No doubt about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we'll see what comes of this. He has his say, and he's going to head off the field. So again, the Chargers are runners on first and second. No outs from Michael Green. Chargers lead 6-0 here, bottom of the 5th inning.
We've seen.
And we see the umpire once again hold up his hand to the Burns dugout.
And
see if that continues on into the evening.
Green, of course, walked his last plate appearance, Rob, and went on to be a part of the score on that home run by Harold. But this is a dangerous part of the lineup to have nobody out for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, now with runners on and back to the top of the lineup for the Chargers, see if they can capitalize here. There's a ball down and inside for ball 1 to Green. Again, Tim, let's be honest, Spangler has struggled to find the strike zone this half inning, and sometimes you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt on some of those calls because you've not shown the control.
Yeah, that was no doubt about it. That was a tough one on that 3-2, but he's in a hole.
There's a hit back up the middle. Q1 Pryor makes the play, able to make the toss to second for 1, not able to make the turn for 2, but they do get the 1 out. The force there at second. So now runners on first and third for the Chargers, and that's going to bring Lawson Harrell to the plate. 1 out.
Number 9, Lawson Harrell.
Nice play there by Pryor. It's second, but Harrell's been on base all 3 times tonight, Rob. And, of course, he had that 2-run shot over the center field wall his last at bat. So, dangerous batter coming to the plate with Crest, as we mentioned, already up 6-0.
Yeah, Spangler checks in. And that's the man in motion from first base. That's Michael Green. Successful steal now. Now runners on second and third for Harrell.
Rob, I believe that's Green's 3rd steal of this game.
I think so.
And even more importantly, as you mentioned, 2 runners in scoring position.
Harrell takes that one all the way. 1-1 now the count. 1 out here, bottom of the 5th inning. Crest leads 6-0. Runners on second and third. Ball low, 2-1 the count. Again, Spangler's just struggled to find consistently the strike zone here since he's come in the game this half inning.
Continue to be behind these Charger batters here in the bottom of the 5th.
Spangler looks in, gets the sign. There's the pitch. Swing, big swing from Harrell. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, 2-2 now the count. Harrell was wanting that one bad, Tim.
He really did, and
unbutton your top button when you're swinging at those.
Went for it. Big pitch here for Burns.
Yes, if Spangler can get the strikeout here now. 2-2 with the count. There's the pitch, way high. It's going to take it, run it full now, 3-2. C.J. Mayhew on deck. There's a hit by Mayhew, going to drop, but right out there in front of the right fielder. Coming around the score will be Nate Blanton, going to make it 7-0 Chargers.
Walson Pharmacy base hit, another RBI for Walson Herald, and 7-0 lead.
Next up, C.J. Mayhew.
Yeah, that runs Michael Green all the way over to, he's now over at third. Runners again, first and third, one out. C.J. Mayhew at the plate.
And Rob, what about Lawson Herald? He's been on base all 4 times
great
here
night.
tonight.
Great night.
And including that 2-run shot. He's got 3 RBIs in the game, and the Chargers in control here in round 1 tonight.
Mayhew calls for time. Spangler checks on his base runners. Gets the sign. Coming to the plate. There's a big hit by Mayhew, Tim. It's going, but the left fielder's able to backtrack and make the catch. Green's going to tag the score. Lawson Herald had to scramble back to first. And he slides in safely, Tim. A whole lot of action there.
Well, a lot of action. We had the sacrifice RBI, and then as you mentioned, Rob Herald.
Yeah, I don't think Herald thought he was going to be able to make a play on. Actually, had made his way to second base, had to hustle back to second.
Ball got away on the long throw from left field, and that sent
Herald went back to second base after that. That's going to bring Riley Cash to the plate. Crest now leads 8-0 here on the Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Spangler with the pitch.
Almost hit
Cash. Nearly got him. 1-0 the count.
And Rob, how did this inning start out? Of course, for the Bulldogs, we've talked about it, back-to-back walks.
Yep, walks.
It really doomed them. Again, that's kind of been the story tonight. Crest has taken advantage of every one of those here tonight.
There's the pitch, high and inside. Ball 2, 2-0 now the count. Crest leads 8-0 here, first round of the state 3A playoffs. Spangler shakes off the sign. Not what he was looking for now. Cash asks for time, steps out for a second. All right, back in. Let's try it again. Spangler comes set. And called ball. 3-0 the count.
Another one of those pitches, Rob, is borderline again.
Yeah, close. I mean, it's talking about some discipline at the plate if you're the Chargers, because those are awfully hard to take. Here comes the pitch from Spangler. That's a call. Strike. 3-1 now the count on Cash. Over there on deck, it is Trevor Nanny. Again, Crest leads 8-0 here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Man in motion. And he's going in there standing. And we got a walk at the plate.
A walk to Cash, and
Lawson Herald.
Herald's at third, as you mentioned, Cash at first, and all the corners with Trevor Nanny coming to the plate.
Yeah, now runners at first and third, 2 outs. Trevor Nanny coming to the plate. Got to believe we could see another possible stolen base attempt here.
No doubt.
There's a call strike. 0-1 the count. Really, maybe 10 this half inning, the first time we've seen Spangler get ahead of a batter.
It is, and let's see if he can take advantage of that. That has been the story behind the Charger batters, the walks.
That one's high, 1-1. Riley Cash over at first, Lawson Harrell at third. 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th inning. Crest leads 8-0. There's a swung and miss strike, but
there it
Riley
is.
Cash able to get down there safely for the steal.
Able to get the steal, and Rob, we see Coach Leinhardt in the infield making their way in here.
We do have another final, North Gaston 7, Kings Mountain 1. So North Gaston gets the victory over Kings Mountain tonight.
And, of course, Rob, as just a quick discussion as that breaks up fast. Of course, that North Gaston squad, Rob, we talked about with Kings Mountain, will play either at Northern Guilford or they will host Parkwood in round 2 on Friday.
If it's Northern Guilford, North Gaston, Tim, it's going to be a great game.
Right one, and again, we've talked about, Rob, remember 3 of the 5 North Gaston losses this year were to this
Crest team. That's
unbeaten
right.
Crest Chargers squad. As we get back to this one, though, Chargers second, third, excuse me, I should say, Nanny, is the play, and I believe 1-2 count.
Yeah, 1-2 the count, 2 outs. And he hit him right in the square of the back.
Yeah.
And he's heading down to first base.
And a little bit of pain as he heads down. And Rob, that's kind of been the story tonight. We talked about the walks. I believe that's maybe the 3rd or 4th batter that's been hit for the Chargers, and now they're loaded up.
You're giving a good baseball team, Tim, too many opportunities.
And Rob, the big story right now in this game with 2 outs, obviously, a couple of runners here, and the Chargers could end this thing in the 6th.
Yeah, if Hodge can get a base hit here, I think you got a chance to end this game with 10-0. But see if Hodge can make the contact up there as he's at the plate. Bases are full of Chargers. Hodge comes up there, big cut and a miss. 0-1 the count. Hodge at the plate.
Well, we know one thing, Rob. The Big South's going to send 2 teams to round 2 of the state playoffs. Already one has advanced, as Rob mentioned. North Gaston ends Kings Mountain season. And that next pitch, just outside.
Yeah, looking over there on deck circle. I think that's Jacob Carter now on deck for the Chargers.
Yep, that is correct.
Yeah, 1-1 the count now on Hodge. Hodge pops it up. The catcher throws off the mask and misses it.
He just lost it.
He lost it in the lights, Tim. He had a chance to end this inning.
Yeah, and I tell you, we've mentioned that give the Chargers another opportunity. The Bulldogs, really in a couple innings, they probably should have been out of some innings that they made some mental mistakes. But let's see now, 1-2 count now to Hodge. Is he still alive?
Yeah, new opportunity, new life here for Hodge at the plate. See if he can capitalize.
Just could not bring it in his glove.
It just got up into the lights, and he just could not stay with it. Tough play for the catcher. And there you go, Tim, a base hit for Hodge.
They're going to send the
runner. See if he can get in here. He slides in safely.
That will do it.
And Tim Foster, I believe that's going to take us to the final score here on the Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. The Crest Chargers advance to round 2, 10-0 over the Burns Bulldogs. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will be in the Classic Ford Lincoln postgame show and let you know who our player of the game is, brought to you by SNR Auto Sales. We'll be back.
Springtime means mowing time. Mowing time means Norris Merchandise. Norris Merchandise has all your parts for your lawnmower. Belts, blades, batteries, carburetor rebuild kits, oil and air filters, wheels, tires, and more. Also lawn and garden tools, irrigation and drainage pipe, and now Norris Merchandise sells septic tanks. You'll find it all at Norris Merchandise, 2011 South Lafayette Street, Highway 18 South in Shelby. Online at norrismerchandise.com. Like them on Facebook too. Buy from the originator, not the imitator. Before you buy your next set of tires, check around and compare, and you'll find the best prices are at Okies Tire and Recabbing in Shelby. With name brands like Goodyear, Mastercraft, Michelin, Yokohama, Firestone, GT Radio, Dura, and more. Plus, Okies has used tires too, and road service is available. And they'll rotate and balance your tires for the lifetime of your tire. Okies Tire and Recapping, 800 West Warren Street in Shelby, Cleveland County's hometown dealer for over 32 years. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay zero money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, 0 money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Come see the all-new Professional Pharmacy, now in the new location at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. Come shop their newer and larger pharmacy showroom and use their convenient drive-through window. And as always, you'll receive friendly hometown service. Since 1998, Professional Pharmacy in Bowling Springs has been providing you with efficient and fast service to meet all of your medication needs. Make the all-new Professional Pharmacy your pharmacy. Now in the new location at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. And be sure to like them on Facebook too. Call 704-434-9897 today. Do you know what Putnam Distributor sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com. The automobile rates have never been better than now at Reed Lindsay State Farm Insurance Agency in Shelby. If you're in the market for automobile insurance, now is the time to see Reed Lindsay State Farm Insurance. Their mission is to help people manage the risk of everyday life and help you recover from the unexpected and realize your dreams. You'll find a friendly staff that will work hard for you and your insurance needs. From auto to home to property to life insurance and more, see Reed Lindsay State Farm Insurance Agency, 1671 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, online at reedlindsay.com. At Renato Kia in Shelby, servicing your vehicle is never a hassle. Their team of expert technicians ensure that your vehicle is serviced the right way the first time. Plus, Renato Kia offers pickup and delivery from your home or office up to 25 miles, plus service loaners and appointments on Saturdays. Enjoy their showroom with Wi-Fi, snacks, and coffee. Also, express service. And you can get in and back to your life. Visit Renato Kia today. Best service, best prices, best selection, one location. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall.
And we're back at Crest High School. Welcome to the Classic Ford Lincoln post-game show. I'm Rob Rupert along with Tim Foster. The Chargers advance to the second round of the state playoffs. We take a look at the Professional Pharmacy, Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Crest with the big win, 10-0 over the Burns Bulldogs. It was 10 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Chargers, and it was no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Burns Bulldogs.
And the Chargers now, Rob, 25-0 on the season. They'll host either West Rowan or Western Guilford right here at Halliburton Baseball Complex on Friday night in round number 2. Burns Bulldogs season ends at 14-11, and let's start with the Bulldogs, Rob. This season, we talked about it really got off to a great start, but it was the struggles down the stretch. And I think it was the struggles really on all 3 facets. You know, the hitting began to struggle a little bit, Rob. They only scored 3 runs in the 4 games against the Chargers. The 4 games they lost, and defensively they made some mental mistakes. But this was a Bulldog team, Rob, that had really a lot of solid aspects to their season as well.
And I think that's one thing, Tim, that the negatives kind of came together at the same time when they were struggling to put runs on the board, and the defense kind of started leaving them. Once you have that combination in the game of baseball, it's going to be hard to win games.
Rob, let's take a look at our recap of this game tonight as the Chargers do move on to round 2, stay unbeaten at 25-0. And Rob, it started in the first inning, and we mentioned it, after Michael Green flied out to right field, Lawson Harrell was hit by a pitch, and then it was C.J. Mayhew's RBI double. And then Raleigh Cassie got on a Burns error. They walked Trevor Nanny, and then the sack RBI. And, Rob, just like that, we talked about with C.J. Mayhew on the mound, it was going to be tough. Crest was up 2-0 early.
Yeah, we talked about if you could get a lead early with C.J. on the mound, those become huge. We've not seen C.J. get behind much this year. Tonight was a prime example. Once he gets staked to that lead, he can find his groove. He can make it a very long night.
Harrell walked in the second, the 2 RBI double by C.J. Mayhew. Nate Blank got a hit, and Rob, it was 4-0 after 2. Mayhew continued to dominate as the Bulldogs, as we mentioned, just 3 hits in the ball game, and then another big inning, Rob, in the 4th. Green walked again. Lawson Harrell. What about that 2-run shot, center field shot?
Tell you what, you talk about a laser out of here. He got a hold of that one. It didn't have a whole lot of height in it, but it had enough height to clear that center field wall, no problem.
And the Chargers would wrap it up with 4 in the 5th inning, and that included the Ben Hodge single after a mental mistake by the Bulldogs. Single to get the 9th and 10th runs to wrap this up. And really, Rob, as we talked about, by the way, C.J. Mayhew, who is still unbeaten, has played, just to control the ball game from that point on.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. Once you stake him with a big lead, again, he starts to find that zone. He gets into a groove, starts working ahead of the batters. And I tell you, like you said, Tim, the thing that's been impressive this year with C.J., he's always been able to throw hard. Now it's just a matter of he's able to use that location as well. Then when it goes to that changeup, it's almost impossible to catch up to.
Yeah, it really is. And one thing we've talked about that you really love about this Crest baseball squad in 2019, they make you pay for walks. Maybe not the power from the number 1 hitter to the number 9 hitter, but boy, when they get on base, they can move runners, they can steal bases. We talked about, I believe, with 6-7 stolen bases tonight, and they make you pay with a lot of big hits. And we saw the power at times tonight as well.
Yeah, I mean, we talk, and that's one thing we've kind of talked about all year. I think maybe underrated is a thing to say about what they can do power-wise, because you got a guy, Michael Green, has the ability to hit it out. Lawson Harrell can hit it out. You talk about, really 1 through 5 have the opportunity to do that. Nate Blanton, the guy that's down in your lineup, has the power to do it. But the thing I like about this Crest team compared to the last couple of years, again, Tim, as you mentioned, I like the speed. I like the fact that if something good's not happening, I think back to the Forest View game I had a chance to go to, a lot wasn't happening for the offense. So what they started doing, they started manufacturing runs. If you're able to do that and can win games when maybe the bats aren't as good as you want them to be, again, that's why you're an undefeated baseball team.
Time now to name our SNR Auto Sales, player of the game for the Crest Chargers. And, Rob, we're going to go with Lawson Harrell, the senior, on base 4 times tonight. He had the 2-run shot, the RBI hit. He got hit by a pitch in the 1st. He walked in the 2nd. He's just such a valuable player for the Chargers.
Yeah, you talk about a guy from that 2-hole that can do a lot of things. And once Michael Green gets on in front of him, and he can definitely move guys around. Continue to see Lawson Harrell have a great night at the plate. Does a great job in right field. An outstanding player for this Crest team.
Well, we know the Chargers have moved on to round 2nd. Carson who's the 1 seed, beat Central Cabarrus tonight 2-0. We know, Rob, that North Gaston beat Kings Mountain 7-1 to advance on, so they'll either go to Northern Guilford or host Parkwood. Carson will either host AC Reynolds or Watauga. And right here in Cleveland County with the Chargers, in a game I think in round 2 that you and Andy Foster will have later this week, Crest will host either West Rowan or Western Guilford. And, Rob, each round, every at-bat gets a little bigger.
Absolutely.
Every pitch, you're going to see teams, and I'm thinking with the Chargers here, you'll see teams that maybe defensively certainly are going to start improving. What's the mindset of the Chargers going forward?
I think, again, 1 game at a time. I think if you're Crest, you got your first one behind you. I think now you put the winning streaks behind you. Now it's all about next game. Next game. You want 1 game winning streaks now. Focus on the task at hand.
Well, Rob, as always, big thanks to all of our sponsors that help make this broadcast possible. Big thanks to our listening audience, whether you're on radio tonight or, of course, online. And, Rob, the Chargers move on to Big South Conference teams. Will head to round 2.
Yeah, it's a great night for baseball. Again, the Crest Chargers able to get the victory here tonight over the Burns Bulldogs. They advance to the 2nd round of the state playoffs. It's a 10-0 victory. Once again, thanks to Tim Foster who's joined me here tonight. I'm Rob Rupin, guys, folks, everybody at home. We'll see you for round 2 Friday night.
They've done it. Weston Sales in Vail is North America's #1 Coyote dealer. Now listen up. I didn't just say #1 in North Carolina. I didn't say just #1 in the United States. I said #1 Coyote dealer in North America. Come to Weston Sales in Vail and find out why. It's time for you to get ahead of the pack and get a new Coyote from Weston Sales in Vail. Ask about their 6-year unlimited hour warranty and a free loader with qualifying tractors. Weston Sales, 110 North Highway 18 in Vail, #1 in North America.